Well, so I personally felt like we had a great first day of competition. First three matches were unbelievably exciting, all of them coming down to the last few minutes. Of course, ended it with a little bit of a flop from Michigan there, but hopefully they have a chance to regroup and get back after it leading into tonight.
I mean, I like that, no matter what happened, we have an extra day now, so they can easily come back, but it will be a best out of two. So I'm hoping to see some teams even it up.
I'm actually laughing right now because we gave the teams the green light to load and let's start the timer. And one of the teams, I won't say who, messaged us back and said, "We won't let you down, Father," because we wrote down to them like "Start the Stream Palace," and they just took it full around like Godfather version. Oh, fast.
Well, as we saw, Ohio State was out to a really, really strong early lead. It's not that Michigan State wasn't playing well, but Ohio State was just on it to begin that game. And it's kind of seemed as the game continued, they started to get a little bit, not lazy, but a little bit looser, not engaging as much as they probably should have been, playing a little bit more conservatively. And it really gave Michigan State a huge opening to break in and take that lead from them heading into the last few minutes of the match. One thing I think that Ohio State might need to prioritize here is they were one of three teams yesterday that didn't have a single home run or grand slam. So Michigan State, obviously, with one home run, that gave them two bonus runs that really helped them extend that lead, take control of the match. I think that Ohio State, they're going to have to keep up the aggression throughout the entire match and also be willing to go into the later stages of that match to get those extra runs and help, propel them past Michigan State, force a game 3.
So Ryan, before we continue, as we have the time right now to explain this, as they're dropping off the airplanes right now, the aircrafts, let's give a rundown of what that score system is. So we actually took the baseball elements essentially, and we incorporate them into Call of Duty. So every kill we consider a run, and the squads can actually achieve a home run and a grand slam by simply having one of their teammates or the entire team survives to the top 50 and top 20. If one of them survives or all of them survives to the top 50 less gamers in the lobby, they get 2 extra home runs as a squad. If they survive to the top 20 in the lobby, they get an additional 2 extra runs, which converts the home run into a grand slam.
Yeah, absolutely, Daniel. So, it's really interesting. It's a way different than our March Madness bracket that we put on only a couple months ago. The whole new scoring system, and we see here is Michigan State sending a member to the Gulag already. Things not looking great for them.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. And Michigan State winning their Gulag match here, so that'll be a run for them. They have one more man in the Gulag, but that's Kim Neal. He'll be redeploying out to meet up with the surviving member of his squad. I was saying it a lot yesterday, and I really think that this is the key, or at least a key, to winning these matches. You have to take advantage of these Gulag opportunities. Mm-hmm. These runs are just as good as any run you'll get in the game, and you're in a 1v1 opportunity. It's going to be hard to come across easier runs than these. The teams that we saw with the most success yesterday, obviously, were the ones that were able to capitalize on those Gulags. Yep. So hopefully that's something that teams strategized on, worked on their decision making in the Gulag and their 1v1 abilities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so at some point during the stream, twice actually during the stream, today we're gonna essentially give a keyword of some sort, and once we give it, you're gonna have about 5 to 6 minutes to type that keyword into the chat, and we'll put you into a raffle to win a gift card. Now we are making a slight change from yesterday. If you also subscribe to our channel, and it's free to subscribe if you have a Prime account, a Prime with Amazon, we'll actually double that gift card. So if you do have an Amazon account, Prime account connected to your Twitch, make sure that you are subscribed to our channel because we'll give you a double the value of the gift card.
Daniel, what if someone gets it first, but then someone else subscribes after? What are we doing?
That's totally fine. As long as they subscribe to our channel by the end of the match, we'll count that as a double gift card.
Awesome.
And here we have right now. Oh, excuse me. Yep.
Yep. Exactly.
Ohio State, continuing some of their struggles from yesterday, losing that gulag there. Meanwhile, Michigan State with a really interesting strategy. They had two members of their squad alive, one who had gone to the gulag, one who had never gone. But they still decided to leave the lobby and enter a new one. It was really early in the game, and yeah, Daniel?
No, I'm concerned. I think two of them actually died in the gulag, and I think that's why they exited.
Well, no, I know Kim Neal had won his gulag match.
Yeah, but the other two were in the gulag as well, I think.
No, one had never gone to the gulag. I don't think. I'm pretty sure only, or maybe I'm wrong. You probably know better than I do, Daniel. But
it doesn't matter. They decided to leave there.
Either way, they decided to leave, and so they're going to be in their second lobby already. Meanwhile, we have Ohio State SJ Rags here, waiting for his turn in the gulag. Only 10 seconds left though, as he's waiting for an opponent. It was slower pace, but it definitely picked up towards the end there as Michigan State went on that insane run towards the end of the game. Their final score was 34-27, Michigan State. Yeah, absolutely, and definitely a slow start today here as well, as 8 minutes in and only one kill to each of their squad's names. Seems like SJ. Oh, he's finally getting into his gulag match. Or no, he's spectating. Excuse me, spectating one of his teammates.
Timber lower score 2, I think.
Oh, and he gets his kill.
Nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, a frequent mistake players make in the gulag is they'll rush and overextend without going and checking their corners or just playing cautiously. And then they also just oftentimes forget to use their tacticals. In the gulag, you have a tactical and a lethal equipment. So it makes sense to use those, use any tool to your advantage. And a lot of times those just go by the wayside. So you can really spot a talented player by how well they can use their equipment inside the gulag. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great strategy. And interesting here by Ohio State, 2 members of their squad down, but they have one guy here in the vehicle. It looks like he's just going to keep going. Doesn't have enough money to redeploy them either, so he'll be heading right on by this buy station. I'm not really sure what he's trying to do. Maybe get some easy kills using this cargo truck that he's taking. He's going after a bounty right now. So for him, it might be all or nothing, but It'll be interesting to see how this plays out right here as he approaches his bounty.
Hmm.
He's got a
It's
pretty
only-
good gun, got full shields.
I'm actually curious about like Ohio State's strategy. They only have one gamer alive right now.
And he knows where they are. And the C4 comes down, they'll take off 2 of his armor plates, and he'll finally go down. Yep, and that squad will be heading back to the lobby. Meanwhile, Michigan also in the lobby right now, so a pretty slow, uneventful start to this game.
How much of the guys do you think is psychological? I mean, comparing back to when I used to play baseball, it's like facing an elimination game. I mean, technically, it's an elimination game. You know.
They just ended the game too. Okay. So you know what? Not that bad. we got this.
True.
We got
They had some good trap. They had some good trap music going on, though. I won't lie.
Hey, can we? I think there's a message on GChat or something.
All right, so right now we're waiting as Michigan State still running down the time in this warm-up lobby. Ohio State looks like they're just getting into a warm-up lobby of their own. MSU about to be jumping in. We got a big left side circle, and it looks like they're aiming for that superstore. A very, very popular drop from yesterday that we saw a lot of different teams go to. By far the most popular, actually. It looks like they're going to be foregoing superstore. Going to land a little bit to the left and go for these bounty contracts. For those of you who are unaware, the bounty contracts, what they do is they highlight an enemy team and apply a marker on your mini-map of where that team is. Now, you can go kill them, and you get extra money for it, which can be used to buy a whole number of things at a buy station. You can get custom loadouts. You can get a UAV, which reveals other teams' locations. And you can even rebuy back in your fallen teammates. However, the kind of catch of a bounty contract is the other team can see you as well, and they know that you're coming.
Absolutely.
So definitely a risky strategy, but in a tournament format like this where kills are king, seems like a strong one. They just have to make sure that they can actually capitalize and get the kills.
Well, you know, kills are king, but yesterday we saw, I believe it was VT's strategy, you know, constantly going for home runs, constantly going for the grand slams. You know, they were able to like just rack up an insane amount of points by lasting almost every single round, which I think we talked about yesterday. That kind of proved that strategy is viable. Just
Yeah,
rack up
absolutely.
a ton of points. So I mean, if you can run, gun, and survive to the end, that's how you're going to get up there, like Virginia Tech yesterday.
Yeah, and you know, we actually had 2 games that the winner was directly decided by the extra runs applied from home runs and grand slams. Florida State versus TCU. Florida State won 30-28. The only difference there was TCU had 0 home runs and 0 grand slams, and Florida State had a home run. That home run gave them the 2 extra runs they needed. Otherwise, they would have been tied with TCU. At the same time, in the UCLA versus California game right after, both teams had 1 home run, but UCLA had a grand slam, which is 4 extra points. UCLA ended up beating California by 3. So without that grand slam, UCLA would have lost by a run. So, you know, it definitely is highlighting how pivotal these runs are to long-term success in these matches. And another thing that teams haven't really seemed to pick up on all too much is that these what happens in these end game scenarios, while there are less people in the lobby, the circle is way smaller.
Yeah,
so even if there are like only 20 people or so left, not only are you getting 4 bonus runs for reaching a grand slam, but also you now have a ton of players in a highly concentrated area, and things get hectic, which means anyone can get a ton of kills relatively easily. We saw
that can work but that can go both ways though, because yesterday we saw, I believe it was the UCLA game. They ran into a building and quickly met a deployable wall and an LMG, and they had a team wipe like almost instantly after drop, which I think ended up costing them, about 4 more minutes. So
you're absolutely right. Deadly. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But that's just the variance of the game. You got to figure out what works for you and hope you get lucky.
Well, it really comes down to the competition, and at the end of the day, that's what the Bragg House is all about. You guys brought this second tournament. You guys have yet again another tournament planned for a few weeks from now. You guys are really diving into esports. You guys found a void where college sports, unfortunately, obviously none of us wanted it, but they got canceled this year. So you guys are filling that void by bringing college sports into esports and giving us something that we can enjoy safely from our couches at home. Lavelle, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, Bragg House has always been about community, as everyone on the stream knows, and we wanted to do something that, represented that community to bring everyone together. So, we said, hey, let's have sports, since we don't have sports, let's put sports in the same kind of way where we can all be together, and like you said, safely. And then we kind of just listened to people, and they loved it so much. I played baseball when I was younger, and the competition here is amazing. So we're hoping to bring more events just like this one.
Absolutely. So I know you guys have another one scheduled for next month. You did give us a few spoilers yesterday, saying you guys had some big people involved. How can we keep up with the Bragg House to make sure that we know when that tournament's starting and when we can sign up for it?
Yeah, I mean, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, the Bragg House, at the Bragg House. That's probably our website, thebragghouse.com. And we'll keep updating. We have a all women's soccer tournament, as you mentioned, Matt, coming up literally in 2 weeks. And we have some really, really big names actually going to be co-hosting with us on the stream. So we're pretty excited about that.
That is going to be exciting. So that's in the next couple of weeks. If you guys stay tuned, check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, of course, Twitch. That's probably where you're watching us. Make sure you stay up to date. Let's get back to the game real quick. Ryan, Daniel, I know you guys have been keeping tabs on the entire game. What is going on right now?
Well, Michigan State, they've been going on a little run early and taking back their lead. Score right now 8-5, Michigan State. Ohio State, though, not going away easily. Using that C4 to their advantage, they're going to get a squad wipe right here. Meanwhile, over at Michigan State, looks like they have gotten all their players back after an initial tough start.
Looks like Ohio State still has one down.
Ohio State has one player currently in the gulag. Michigan State, however, they're going after this bounty contract. Got 2 guys in the vehicle, 1 on foot, and they're quickly approaching. You can see by that yellow circle on their mini map in the top left corner. It looks like they're going to be holding up here, moving in together. Definitely a good strategy.
Going in as a team. He's right on the other side of this wall. Looks like he's pushing as well.
So the squad's pushing. They're trying to get some money. Oh, and they catch one out in the open.
That might be
next,
him.
But can't finish.
Looks like the target's moving across the street. That's probably their bound.
It might be a solo squad too. Oh no! So he catches a couple, aiming down the sights, hits their shields a little bit, but can't crack them. Ohio State, meanwhile, just on cleanup duty, going through these supplies, getting some more armor plates, ammo, checking up on their guns. Michigan State here going to be taking this golf cart in to really put the pressure on this bounty squad. Moving up together, really great movement as a squad.
Now, I do want to mention one thing. If you're looking at Michigan State, they're getting close to their first home run.
Yeah, absolutely, they are. They're going to be pushing inside here of train station. Switching up for an LMG right now is an interesting play, but we know some people really do enjoy that LMG. We saw it doing a lot of damage yesterday. And this Michigan State squad is hot on the trail. Oh, and they catch him.
There we go.
Get it down, like looking up at the rooftop.
Is he gonna get something up there?
Trying to get the finish, but then he doesn't have any lethals, doesn't have any tacticals. He does get the kill confirmed though.
There we go.
So probably his teammates made their way up there and were able to finish him off. So they'll get that bounty as well as the money that comes with it. Hit these buy stations and get some more supplies. They have enough money for a custom loadout drop. So let's see if they choose to do that. Maybe pick up And they actually did buy a UAV and have that deployed right now. So they see all the squads in their area. Looks like they're going to be going hunting for them. Ohio State, meanwhile, they have their heartbeat sensor out. They seem to think that there are enemies in this area, climbing up to get the high ground on this building right over Graveyard. So strong position here for Ohio State. But, you know, they're doing kind of what they did yesterday. They're fortifying an area and seem to be wasting a little bit of time. Meanwhile, Michigan State, they're back in their golf cart. They're ready to go hunt down this next squad.
Are the scores updated on the scoreboard?
Yeah, it looks like
We
we
have,
have
seven to
9
9.
to 7 Ohio State.
Yeah, so with only 20 minutes in, probably about on pace as yesterday. But if it's one thing we learned from the games yesterday, it's that the pace pickings up rapidly towards the end of this game.
Which we're
Tim
seeing
Neal
right
will go
now.
down here for Michigan State. He's already had his chance in the gulag, so he'll have to be bought back in. They have more than enough money to. As another teammate, though, goes down for Michigan State. There's just one up. They're all relying on him to
They're so
carry the
close for
squad.
the
They're
home
so
run.
close to the home run, but it'll be interesting to see if they're able to reach it. Meanwhile, Ohio State right now, they have 87 people left in their lobby, but they have the full squad up. They're moving as a team, going after a bounty contract, it looks like right now.
No, Ohio State is getting a
up.
loadout drop. So
Oh, they do have a loadout drop right next to them.
that
Didn't
can
call
be
it
a
in,
big
but
deal.
Nice.
fell just 100 meters away. Very
Now it
lucky.
depends if
Not
another
bad.
team's there. That could be a big risky play, especially as a later in the game play. Typically, like those loadout boxes get dropped next to other teams. That's a big competitive point. Let me ask you this, Ryan. From MSU Ohio State, not the whole tournament, just these two teams. Who do you think is playing more cohesively today? Who do you think we're seeing? See exactly like they just landed with the second team, so somebody else is going to come for their loadout box. Who do you feel like is using strategy more, cohesively as a team today?
I think it's really early to tell. I've seen highs and lows from both teams so far. I think Ohio State has a good strategy right now. They're moving really well as a team. Their lead guy has that heartbeat sensor out. And they find a squad right here
about
with
to
them.
connect.
Michigan State, however, has just been hitting all of their shots. Ohio State, though, they get one down there. They have one of their teammates goes down, getting shot at from behind. And looks like he's going to try and get this revive off while his teammate covers. He might get the kill. The C4 tosses out. Doesn't connect. He's going to re-shield up.
Yeah.
Has plenty of armor plates, another full set with him. He's got that heartbeat sensor back out. Doesn't see anything.
I think we should have saved our trash talk for Ohio State today. We gave it to them yesterday, and they came back in this big 10 minutes here.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one thing I learned from March Madness, that I'm not making any calls in this tournament. I'll say
Yeah,
go Knowles, but other than that, I'm not making any predictions. I jinxed myself.
We get a score
Looking
update
for him still.
real quick. Yeah, Ohio State still searching, still hunting. They know there's someone in this area, but
I think the scores are being updated right now.
Right now we have Ohio State 12 to MSU 10.
wow, okay. So Ohio State pulling ahead here, taking a 2-run lead with only 22 minutes, just about halfway through this tournament or through this match.
There were 22 minutes, 35 seconds left. So if you guys haven't done your daily brag yet, there is still time right below the Brag House bracket on our website. You can go down there. You can still enter to win today. We're going to still be giving away gift cards like the whole stream. We have 20 minutes left of this match, so who knows when we're going to be giving it away. Daniel's going to be announcing it. Make sure you guys are staying tuned.
Yep, and there's a link to the page as well below on the panels below our stream. Go check that out. You can see the bracket. You can click right on that, and that'll take you right to the site where you can fill out your daily brags. So Michigan State right now, they're just finishing their warm-up lobby. They'll be dropping in a second. Looking over at Ohio State, they're continuing to move up. They're going to be hitting this buy station right now. Be interesting to see what they buy. I'm going to guess that they're getting some UAVs and maybe some armor plate bundles. Yep, that's exactly it. So these UAVs pivotal in tournaments like this, where you need to find squads quickly and get some runs going. So they're going to pop that, it looks like, and head over for this bounty contract in the building right next to them. The UAV not showing anyone really close by, which is unfortunate for them, but this bounty contract will definitely make them aware of some local teams. And they'll pick that up.
Looks like they are trying to pick.
Yep, and then it's in Storage Town right now. So they'll be
It's
heading
a hot
back
area.
over. It is a hot area. It's actually where they just came from. So that other team might have been going for the same loadout drop that they just did. They're going to be looking to maybe cut them off here as that team rotates out of Storage Town. He sees them, spots them up over that hill, but doesn't exactly have.
I do want to say
proper
like one
sights.
thing. I don't know if you guys remember, but like in yesterday's first round, Ohio State was leading as well. And,
Yeah,
like, they're leading,
Ohio
like,
State
right
led
now,
most of the
12-10.
most of the game.
And then like Michigan State just out of nowhere in the last like 15-20 minutes just came to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see, we have Melnick saying, go Ohio, plenty of time for a comeback. That is true. We still have 20 minutes left.
Ohio State right now looks like they're going to get a flank off here. Oh, decided not to go over the wall. They have a teammate getting the revive. Oh, he has a self-revive, actually.
Looks like
Oh, but
going
he goes
as
down. He
well.
cracks the armor. They both have self-revives, though, so unless their teammate's able to come and defend them a little bit, they might be in
Nice.
trouble. Oh, they
Oh.
weren't expecting the self-revive. He gets it off, but they're all going to be heading to the Gulag.
To the Gulag.
Luckily for them, they still have the opportunity in the Gulag. Meanwhile, Michigan State, they have a bounty contract up right now. They are right by Superstore, or excuse me, they're by Airport, I believe. Yeah, so they're by Airport. They have a bounty contract up, and that they are fighting with. They're going to get a finish right there. Oh no, this is Superstore. So they're going to be moving into Superstore. They're getting some finishes here, adding some kills, and getting some much-needed armor plates for the squad. You
So I know
still
yesterday-
a dangerous area. Wow, and a tremendous shot there by Kim Neal, able to lock onto that prone player, the ADS. He's going to get the team wipe all by himself. They have one member go down, but they'll get that revive off easily. Incredible performance there. Meanwhile, we have Ohio State still in the Gulag. They have one man currently fighting in the Gulag. So we'll see if he's able to get the kill, and he does.
Oh, nice.
Diagonally from across the Gulag, a very impressive shot there. So Ohio State, they're going to be getting one run for that and a redeploy. Meanwhile, we have SJ Rags in. He's pushing up aggressively up that front right side. Aiming down the sights.
There's
It's
the
now
C4
C4 into the
with
middle,
the
and he
connect.
gets the kill.
With the connect.
Phenomenal judgment there. Always risky. Meanwhile, Michigan
Nice.
State, they're fighting again in
And they
Superstore.
are
They're in a tough
down.
position. They have Kim
RPG.
Neal go down. The rest of the squad fighting. RPG's coming out. Looks like they might have a chance there. Meanwhile, though, Kim Neal, he's going to the Gulag.
Ohio State actually just got their home run.
Yep, and
There we
Ohio
go.
State just hit number 50 people left in their lobby, so they got a home run. That's a bonus 2 runs to them. That's going to be big with how close of a game it is right now.
Yeah.
We're going to try and get a score update for you guys coming up real quickly. Meanwhile, we have Kim Neal. His 2 teammates are going to go down, so they'll be meeting him in the Gulag.
So right now we have Ohio State at 16 to MSU 10. 18 minutes left on the board. Anything can happen. Both of these teams really jumped off yesterday with about 8 minutes left. They both took off and soared. So this could be anyone's match still. It's still super
Yep.
close. 6 points can happen in a matter of seconds.
Kim Neal using both of his
Man.
equipment right now. Doesn't connect on the frag, but connects on the flash. An amazing slide up behind his opponent. Able to shoot him in the back without him knowing what was going on. He'll get the run, and he'll get a redeploy. Ohio State, meanwhile, they're moving, looking to secure a point. It's another type of contract. If you secure 1 point on the map, you can get a bunch of money. So it looks like they'll be doing that to try and get the money to redeploy their teammate, even though they actually do have enough right now. I think they're right by a beta station. So looks like Ohio State will be back to full strength in just a second. SJ Rags is going to pick up that dead silence. That's an upgrade. Oh, and he runs straight into a team. They pull out the RPG, and he goes down. Incredibly unfortunate. He had a
Right
heartbeat
there.
sensor. He wasn't able to do anything about it, though. Oh, no, by the RPG, he couldn't get the kill. Oh, and his squad will be finished. They get the home run, but they'll be heading back to the lobby right now. It looks like Michigan State
That is going to
will be
cost them
heading
at
back
least
to the
3
lobby
minutes.
as well.
So 3 minutes or so roughly out of the match. But right now we have 17-13.
Did we
Ohio
say that
State's
Michigan
favorite.
State got the home run?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Ohio State with the home run. Michigan State, no home run.
Yeah.
Both teams are going to be heading back to the lobby right now. 17-13, Ohio State over Michigan State. Still a really close game. Obviously, only 4-run difference, and still a third of the match left. A little lower scoring than we saw from them yesterday, but this is also the time when we saw Michigan State start to catch fire. really come alive. So we'll see if they'll be able to do that in this next lobby that they will be entering.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Daniel, let me ask you this. So I know that you guys are giving away some gift cards today. That's going to be explained a little bit. Later on, we're going to be going through. You're going to be saying a word, and people are going to be typing it in the chat for an opportunity to win. Now, tell us about the daily brag. We're doing those every single day that the tournament's going on, right? So as long as we're live, people can still be entering in. Even if we're not live, they can still go in on the website and enter, right?
Yeah, that's 100% right, Matt. So they can go to our website, braghouse.com, world-series-bracket, and they can fill out those like daily brags from there. And we're gonna give a few gift cards, few daily prizes every single day of the tournament. So we're gonna give a few today, a few tomorrow, and the next week, and a bunch on each one of those days on the weekend.
Okay, so you guys are going to be giving away gift cards live on stream. They're going to be giving away gift cards over the website. What you guys have to do is go to thebraghouse.com. Right at the top on the menu, you're going to see World Series Bracket. Click right there. You're going to see a link down below. It's going to take you less than 2 minutes, and you're going to enter for all different types of prizes, all different types of gift cards. Who knows what's going to win? Who knows who's going to win? But you guys can enter daily. That means every single day of this tournament, you guys have an opportunity to win. Go back to our website. Make sure you guys check it out. Right now we have less than 15 minutes left. We're just under the 15-minute mark. We're at 17-13 Ohio State's favor, and we're just now getting into a game. We have 30 seconds left on a warm-up for MSU.
And I actually think Ohio State accidentally went into a game without their third teammate and actually had to back out to make coming back in. So that's going to be
tough. That's a lot.
Not a mistake you want to be making.
Yeah, it's a lot of time they're wasting here with not a lot of time left in this match. Michigan State only down 2 runs right now.
But at least a 2-minute head start. Yeah, that could be expensive.
Proved to be a costly mistake. Yeah, so they're back. Ohio State back in the lobby. Meanwhile, Michigan State, they're looking for a place to drop right now. This could very well turn out to be more than a 2-minute disadvantage for Ohio State. It looks like they're going to be landing Michigan State close to Superstore, a little bit to the southeast. But it's outside the circle. They might be reevaluating here. They have a couple bounty markers pinged, but they still haven't come to a final decision. And it looks like they will decide on just north of Stadium, pick up a bounty marker there. Stadium, definitely a hot drop in its own right. So they're tagging a bunch of bounty markers, giving themselves plenty of options. They're probably going to be watching to see where other people are going. Pick the one that has a little bit less people. Try and get themselves onto the ground, get themselves situated.
What's the current score on the scoreboard?
So
right now 17-15, Ohio State over Michigan State. Michigan State's dropping right now.
Updates actually from that. I believe we have updates coming in. So as the kills are confirmed by our team in the back, just so everybody knows, we're gonna be updating the scoreboard, and we'll be bringing it to you guys as soon as it's officially been registered and confirmed by our teams behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Michigan State right here. They're currently in Block 6 in the restaurant right now, getting some supply crates, getting some loot.
They love
pick
the
up that
P90.
bounty. Yeah, they do. They're picking up that bounty contract too. They see that they have a squad just in the northwest of them, so it looks like they might be heading over there. They're got their eyes set on this apartment building, trying to get some early money and some early kills. Could really prove to be a difference maker in the lobby. However, the squad definitely set up in this apartment building already. Could be very dangerous for them if they are walked unwillingly into a trap. They're going to slowly be making their way up this stairwell, checking their corners very tightly, playing it really well. And it looks like does look though like their bounty contract has moved. It looks like they're no longer in this apartment. Very possible they could have paraglided off the rooftop. Yep, yeah. And we see it moving to the northeast of them. So that might
Ohio
be
State has 30 seconds left of their warm-up, so this is still anybody's game. Like they didn't really get the most utilization out of that head start. They just could have.
I mean, that costly mistake of getting into the lobby without their teammate might cost them the entire place in the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an elimination match for Ohio State. They need to win to stay alive and force a game 3 tomorrow. Oh man, Michigan State. Kim Neal goes down. That Gillis, who couldn't find him. His squad will help him up. They'll get the revive and the kill. They're going to pick him up. It looks like the rest of their squad might be close by, so they're going to pick up some guns, use some of their armor plates, and try and defend this little burger town that they got going on. They have one teammate go down. Shots raining in through the windows. Kim Neal picks up the heartbeat sensor. He's looking out the window, trying to find a way to maybe possibly flank around or just escape and survive. Yeah, they have one teammate in the gulag right now. Looks like Kim Neal is going to make their way over to his apartment block. Meanwhile, he's leaving his other teammate behind, who seems to be pinned still in that Burger Town restaurant. Maybe a little miscommunication. That other teammate goes down. He'll be getting sent to the gulag too. And now Kim Neal has decided to turn around and fight. He unloads that LMG into the countryside, but doesn't connect. He's making his way, retreating back into the block as luckily, or hopefully, I should say, his teammates can get some redeeming kills in the gulag. Meanwhile, we have Ohio State. They're just now jumping in. They're going to be landing again right on a bounty contract. So this is definitely a strategy they've been employing all day today. Not sure how well it's been working out for them. Bounty contracts tend to be pretty fickle in their usefulness, but
Yeah, I mean, it is a free beacon to at least a couple of frags, though, you know?
Yeah, I totally agree. And, you know, they currently do have the lead, so I guess I can't doubt them too much. We have a score
right now we
update.
actually have a tied game. So
so we actually have a tied game right now.
Both are in conflicts.
Heading into the final 10 minutes. Yeah, SJ Rags down for Ohio State. He's going to be heading to the gulag. Meanwhile, both Michigan State players won their gulag match. So Kim Neal's going to be waiting for them to redeploy. Looks like he actually might retreat. Landing on another squad over here as he sees a couple people running around. He sees an armor plate there, chooses not to pick it up. He's in a gunfight, but he'll go down. Maybe his teammates can drop in. He did crack his enemy's armors. He doesn't have a self-revive. That was in the last lobby. He'll end up dying. And now he'll get his opportunity in the gulag. Meanwhile, SJ Rags, he's up here in the gulag. Him and one of his teammates as well.
And that could be
still
expensive. I believe both of them have one teammate still in the game, but okay, I thought he was going to back out for a second. Ohio State now starting his gulag.
Yeah, SJ Rags pushing up the right side for Ohio State.
We have a tied game with under 10
He's going to be tossing out
left.
a Semtex right now, and it looks like he almost got the stuck, but maybe not. Tosses a flash grenade. He gets to connect on that as well. He'll be wrapping around the right side, takes his shots, and hits with the MP5. So he'll get a run added to their total, and he'll
MSU,
be redeployed.
unfortunately, met a different fate. Just got down inside of the gulag. It looks like they're going to be backing out to the menu, and unfortunately going back to the wait.
Yeah, so Michigan State, unfortunately, not able to capitalize there. Meanwhile, SJ Rags for Ohio State, he's going to be dropping in as two of his teammates are hot on the trail of a bounty target. He's barreling in there, picking up whatever guns he can find. And it looks like, Ohio State, they'll get the bounty contract kill, and they'll get that extra money that they can now use to either buy a UAV or any other number of items. So that's big for Ohio State. It looks like they're not falling apart like we saw them yesterday. They've come back with a whole new mindset, a whole new resolve.
Brian,
they are really keeping the fire up here on Michigan State.
Brian, I know you played sports when you were in college. What about being down like this with the pressure? What is that mentality? Because Ohio State they came in second place last year.
Yeah, absolutely. At the March Madness bracket just a couple months ago, Ohio State was our runner-up. And it is tough being down. It's tough knowing that the team, your school, is absolutely relying on you. But this is also, like I said yesterday, this is where the competitors really shine. This is where they come out and put on for their team, put on for their universities, and show why they belong in this tournament. It looks like Ohio State, they're doing their best to prove that right now.
Absolutely.
We've dipped under 8 minutes, 7.5 minutes left. Michigan State right now with a 1-run lead over Ohio State, but Michigan State's in that lobby. Ohio State has their full squad alive right now in a game, and they're hot on the trail of another bounty target. Be interesting to see if they're going to be able to take advantage of Michigan State's lobby wait time here. No team close to a home run. We actually only have one home run on the day. That was Ohio State.
And
Now-
that might be
difference maker.
pivotal.
It could absolutely be a difference maker.
Now in our next
Beginning-
match, I know we have Bappo Slot and Brian too coming up. These are going to be our featured players in the next match for their universities. And that's going to be right after this, guys. So once this game is over in just a few more minutes, we still have tons of more action coming to you the rest of the afternoon. The suspense kept building yesterday. If this game is anything like how the rest of today is going to go, it's going to be an action-packed day. So make sure you guys are in tune. Make sure you guys drop a follow and show some love for the Bragg House.
Ohio State, Ohio State. I think the pressure is getting to them.
Yeah, so Ohio State, they'll have a player go down right now. They still have one alive, but one dead for sure. He doesn't get a gulag opportunity. Meanwhile, they still have 2 men up, and this is the danger of these bounty contracts. Ohio State putting a lot of shots in, cracking a lot of shields, but their squad, they're gonna have one sent to the gulag, it looks like. Yeah, so they have one currently in the gulag match. He'll give them an opportunity to try and get an extra run here before their team probably inevitably quits out back to the lobby. They still have 5 minutes left, so plenty of time to make it a run here. Oh, and they unfortunately checks the wrong corner. Can't aim back fast enough. They have another opportunity actually here in the gulag, but they're going to be missing out on one run and a free redeploy, which is unfortunate.
Playing a little more defensively this time.
Oh, Ohio State
again
turns around just at the wrong time, just like his teammates. So Ohio State's going to be leaving here with no gulag kills to their name. Really unfortunate, and not the time to do this, as Michigan State, has this one-run lead over them. Meanwhile, Michigan State, they're at the top of the airport. They just pick up a bounty contract of their own. So they're going to be looking now in the reverse position. Wow. Kim Neal with the Rambo play. He's got the Uzi in hand, jumping off rooftops, and he'll get the down too.
Yep. There we go. Second one connected.
Incredible play there. Now that wasn't even the bounty contract, so they're going to be using this time while Ohio State's still in the lobby to try and widen this lead a little bit.
4 minutes left, guys.
4 minutes, 7 seconds, 19.
And we're gonna see if we have a score update
that
here.
Updated score there from the back office, Daniel.
I think it should be up there.
22 to
20. So Ohio State up 2 runs right now, but they're in that lobby and they only have 4 minutes to get back in. Michigan State has an opportunity here, but they're under heavy fire. Kim Neal has to go prone behind these rocks, pop an armor plate. He's going to be retreating. Meanwhile, his 2 teammates are up there still in the fight. One of them is going to go down. The other trying to hold off the squad. Kim Neal, not really sure what he's doing. Both of his squad mates are going to go down while Kim Neal retreats back into Superstore, maybe looking for some supplies, maybe some armor plates. Oh, he is low on ammo. So he's going to be picking up, looking for some more ammo right now. But Superstore probably already looted for the most part. I'm not sure how many resources he's going to be able to find back here.
I'm starting to get a sense of a tiebreaker coming up tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah, Michigan State, they have an opportunity here. They also have 2 players in the gulag, so that if all things go well and they're able to keep taking advantage of that, that could be 2 more runs that they get added to their total.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see if Kim Neal is able to do what he needs to do for his team right now. He's going to find a legendary supply box right here. Meanwhile, Ohio State, 20 seconds left. Oh, and Kim Neal gets a kill with a shotgun, able to get the thirst too. Can't connect on the second one, but he'll be going to the gulag as well. So he'll have another opportunity to run here. One of his teammates does not make it in the gulag. The other one fighting right now. Be interesting to see how he does. Kim Neal, meanwhile, is waiting for his turn. He'll be throwing.
Definitely don't think Kim Neal's concerned for the gulag. He's ready. He's ready. So right now, Ohio State jumping into a fresh game. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left.
Ohio State, they're about to be dropping in. Oh, but Michigan State loses both their gulag matches so far. That is kind of crushing. That could have been a great opportunity to get 2 or 3 kills. Yeah, they still have 1 player in. Kim Neal, he's going to be going in right now. He has the AUG. It's an SMG, a frag, and a stun grenade as his lethal and tactical. He's going to be pushing up hard on the left side, then stops, holds that corner, throws it tight, tosses a stun grenade out, but he catches a glimpse of his enemy on the right side, hits the shots, breaking into the tile a little bit, but he'll get the kill. That's an important run for Michigan State there as they try and hold off Ohio State and finish this series up. Ohio State, though, they're going to be into a game right now. Michigan State, they have Kim Neal dropping back in, excuse me. He's dropping in. It looks like it would probably be advantageous for them to just let Kim Neal try and get any last-second kills that he can. They don't have time to back out and enter a new lobby. So Kim Neal dropping right on an opponent right here. He gets a finish. That's going to be a kill too as he falls off the roof. He's dropping right on another enemy right now. Looks like he's going to be finished. So that is going to be it. Kim Neal, though, getting another last-second run. That could prove to be really important. Ohio State right now, they're in block 15. They're looting up right now, but they only have 56 seconds left. Michigan State, according to our scores right now, is up by 1 run. Ohio State needs one to tie it, another one to put them into the lead.
They have 44 seconds.
44 seconds, and I don't think they have any enemies around them right now.
It depends, man. It takes 1 quarter. It takes 1 quarter and the right crosshair placement, and this could be Ohio State's game. They need this to happen in the next 30 seconds. If they don't make it happen, this is going to be MSU moving forward. This is Ohio State's last opportunity to make it happen, and we have 25 seconds on the board.
So obviously our team in the background is still trying to figure it out. But
I think time is up, guys. So
yeah, time's up for them.
Let's see what
right. They're showing the scores right now. Our team in the back is going to be trying to calculate these final scores. And we'll see what we have here.
Right now we have 24-23, Ohio State.
I think it's still being updated.
It's still being updated. Oh my gosh. 24-23, is that correct? That's the final score we have right now from our team. 23 was what Michigan State had.
I think we are at a tie, guys. I think we're going to have to let them tell them to come back.
Wow.
We're at an actual tie, 24-24. I think we're going to have to...
See, we're just confirming. We're having updates coming in. It's looking 24-24.
Yeah, so we have a tie right here, right now, between Ohio State and Michigan State.
First tie.
First tie of the tournament. Very interesting. Daniel, do you want to go over our tiebreaker rules real quickly?
So what's going to happen right now is I'm going to ask both teams to go back into the lobby and load in back. And we're going to put a timer for 5 minutes. And whoever gets most kills in those 5 minutes.
All right. So we're going to create a 5-minute timer here real quickly. That is what an incredible finish. That one kill that Kim Neal ended up getting was pivotal for his team as he downed the guy and sent him flying off the rooftop. That really made all the difference. You know, of course, that being said, Ohio State's home run gave them the 2 extra bonus runs that they needed to even get to this point. Wow, just an absolutely incredible display here in these final minutes for both these teams.
The first tie we're getting here in this tournament. This is
crazy. We didn't even see anything even close to this until like the finals last time in March Madness. Wow.
So guys, this is the action coming to you live. This is a tie. We are going to see, can Ohio State stay in this? It's all going to come down to what happens in this tiebreaker match.
Wow.
That's the timer.
So since both teams may not load at the same time, guys, we're gonna have to measure 5 minutes for each team separately to make sure that we're giving both an equal opportunity, because it's not fair to give 5 minutes and if one team has, eventually a longer loading time for that extra time. So we're gonna be very careful measuring a timer for both.
All right, and I'm assuming we're going to start that timer as soon as they drop into the actual game.
Yes.
Let's just announce that so everybody knows, Daniel, that we're starting 5 minutes for everyone individually.
All right, so Michigan State, they're going to have their 5 minutes going on first. They have 10 seconds in their lobby, so at the end of that, we'll be starting it up. We can turn off this timer on the screen here. That no longer is important. Oh, we have the 5-minute timer for Michigan State. That's how we sign it right here. This now just for the audience in the stream, that 5-minute timer is not going to be official. That's only for Michigan State. Ohio State's timer is going to be a little bit later because they're entering the game a little bit later. They're going to have one round here, 1 5-minute period to get as many kills as they can. And the winner, if it is Michigan State, they'll be moving on to the second round of the tournament. If it is Ohio State, they'll be forcing a Game 3 for tomorrow. Wow, just absolutely incredible play here in the last 10 minutes of that game. Just a back and forth battle. All right, so here we go. That timer now official for Michigan State as they prepare to drop in.
This is going to be exciting. We have 5 minutes to see what both teams can do. They're both really dropping in at the exact same time, a few second difference, but really they're dropping into the same match. Both are out of warm-up. They're dropping into their actual official matches as we speak with 4 minutes, 32 seconds on the board.
So Michigan State is going to be Kim Neal dropping in right now. They're deploying their shoots, taking some pistol shots, trying to get whatever they can. They know every kill is going to be pivotal to moving on.
Oh man, I'm like shaking over here. The first time we're like dealing with a tiebreaker like this within a single round.
Yeah, in Michigan State, they're dropping into the airport. A phenomenal supply box for Kim Neal as he gets a legendary weapon and a heartbeat sensor. He's taking shots right now, and he gets it down. So it's going to be an early kill here for them. That thermal scope proving to be important. His teammate's going to get the cleanup for him there as he moves down into the apartment block. Ohio State, meanwhile, they've just landed. They're in the downtown district. They picked up that bounty, and they're fighting right now. But they can't seem to find the people. Both teams desperately hunting. One man will go down for Michigan State. He's going to be going to the Gulag. Honestly, the Gulag, a great opportunity to get kills in this overtime. So not the worst strategy in the world.
Not the worst strategy at all.
Kim Neal, he's going to be picking up an RPG here. That could become pivotal. Ohio State heading up to the rooftops. Still trying to find a better gun. He's getting some armor plates here. SJ Rags finally gets a marksman rifle, which could prove better than the pistol that he has, but not by much. He's jumping off the rooftop. He's looking for any enemies that he can find right now, but he's in a highly populated urban district. It is going to be difficult with how many buildings there are to find anyone roaming in these streets. He's chasing hard after this bounty right now. His squad really spread out. He's pushing up on this bounty. He's going after them alone. He realizes what is at stake here. For Ohio State, this is do or die time. They need this win. They need this overtime win. And he gets into the gunfight. He breaks the armor, taking those pistol shots. He's going to have to reload, trying to use the pillar for cover, but he's going to go down. He has one teammate coming back up. He's already broken the shields on the opponent. His teammate goes in for the cleanup, though. SJ Rags, he's going to be heading into the Gulag. Meanwhile, Kim Neal, he's running around looking for anybody to find, anyone to try and get this kill.
Michigan already
His teammate that had gone down already, he's going to be respawned. He'll have gotten his Gulag kid. Meanwhile, we'll head over, check out SJ Rags. He's in his Gulag match, slowly pushing up the left side. He has his sights aimed down. He's not going to let anyone jump out at him. He's pulled his frag, and he's cooking it right now. And he gets a connection. He gets the kill with the frag grenade. An absolute legendary toss from SJ Rags here, showing up when the team needs him most. He gets that Gulag kill, and he gets to redeploy. He'll be heading back to where his teammates are. Heading onto the rooftop right here. Looks like he's going to try and go from up to down, flank his opponents. Meanwhile, we have Kim Neal here. He's pushing in a superstore. Typically a highly populated area, and he's getting shot at right now. Not really sure where from, but his squad looks like they might be able to clean that up relatively easily. They get the down there and another kill. Meanwhile, Kim Neal, he's going to get revived. The other team couldn't get the thirst. SJ Rags, he's going to get his teammate here is going to get a kill. Very, very intense. They have 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Oh, and Kim Neal, he got hit by a Molotov. He's burning up right now. He'll be going to the Gulag now, so he'll have his opportunity. One of his teammates already got their Gulag kill. So we'll see how this goes. Only a minute left on the dot.
Michigan
Oh
State.
my God.
So Michigan State, right now, Kim Neal in the Gulag. They have 2 members alive. SJ Rags, they're currently in the downtown district still, chasing after a bounty. SJ Rags farther away from his squad, who's currently fighting. One of them goes down.
1 minute left for Michigan State.
Meanwhile, SJ Rags parachuting in like the hero Ohio State needs right now. Looks like they are going to complete the bounty. They can't, unfortunately, get the cleanup, but they'll get this finish, avenge their teammate. Their teammate now will be going to the Gulag too, so with 30 seconds left, he might have an opportunity to get another kill. Kim Neal, he's going to win his Gulag match as one of his other teammates go down. He's redeploying.
So now we have 20 seconds on
trying
the
to land
clock.
20 seconds left. They're going to try and land straight on their opponents, get whatever kills he can. Luckily, picks up an assault rifle here, and he's got the high ground, taking shots, but he's wasting ammo right now. Can't connect. He cracked his shields, but he's going to go down.
Wasted that clip. That's
man.
not what you want to see. 1 second left.
With 1 second left,
And
and that's going to be it. So we're going to
Let's wait.
give our team behind the scenes right now an opportunity to try and
Ohio State has 15 more seconds on the clock for their timer.
Ohio State with 15 more seconds. They're heading to a loadout drop right now. They're calling it in, trying to use this bait, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to find anyone either. They see pulling out the heartbeat sensor, trying to get a chance. They see a red dot on the street from that UAV that's up. One of their teammates running over to try and do anything that they can, picking up a bounty contract in the process. They see that red dot, but it's vanished from them. Looking for anyone they can find and try and get a last second kill, but looks like Thomas will be running up for them here too.
What's the time?
Yep. And that's time. Time for both teams.
There we go.
All right, so we're going to get
we have a tiebreaker. We have a third match happening tomorrow, guys. Ohio State won by 1 run.
Wow. All right, so we're going to try and get the official score updated for you here in the second. Then our team trying to follow 6 streams all at once, so it's obviously tough for them, but I'm going to give them an opportunity to check this out. We'll let you know as soon as that scoreboard is updated. And here we have
the last tallies. And so
wow.
29-28.
Ohio State, for any of you who might be confused, Ohio State does win. They win by 1 run in overtime. They're going to be going to a game 3 tomorrow. Let's see if we can, Matt, can we pull up the score breakdown for the fans at home?
Absolutely. So let's pull that up real quick. So here is the final score breakdown. Looks like we have Timber scoring the most for Ohio State. For MSU, it looks like Kim Neal, who we've been focused on most of the match, had the most at 15 runs.
Yeah, and man, did that home run by Ohio State really come in handy for them. That 2-run bonus, what got them to overtime, and then, what allowed them the extra opportunity to win. So, Kim Neal, obviously, the entire Michigan State team playing a phenomenal game. But Ohio State, they came to play today. They came to force a game 3, and that's what they did. We're going to be seeing them tomorrow.
All right, guys, and we have to, shift gears because we have our next match starting in 3 minutes. We have FSU versus TCU, and TCU is on the hunt for an upset as well and get back into the game and force a tiebreaker tomorrow.
All right.
All right.
So, guys, what was your biggest takeaway from that last match?
Man, I mean, that was just everything there was so hectic. It was hard to keep track of everything going on. But it definitely seemed like both teams were a little bit shaky to start. We had a pretty slow first half of the game, low-scoring game. But I'm sure they were tuning in, paying attention to the stream. I'm sure they saw how close it was. And those teams, like, really in the last 5 minutes, last 10 minutes of the game, and including overtime, they were playing with an energy that I had never seen before, even in this tournament. They were getting after it. They were going desperately for any kills that they can. And they were hitting their shots too. We didn't really see them not take advantage of any of those opportunities at the end. Ohio State just were able to get one more.
Absolutely. Lavelle, what were your thoughts?
Dude, I mean, I've been so quiet because, it's like, this is like, if you played sports, like, this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see that nail biter to the very, very end. You want to see every team just come out as hard as possible and push it to a game 3. I mean, that was like, vintage LeBron, vintage, you name it, coming back. That's the Yankees hitting, in the bottom of the 9th. I mean, that was everything. That was amazing.
Absolutely. And Daniel, what were your thoughts? How did you feel about that match? I know that you were.
Good. It was crazy, but we already are about to start the next match, and we can talk as we progress. But want to make sure we all on schedule. We want to make sure that we present the matches as we guaranteed, because I know we have like exciting FSU fans and exciting TCU fans that are waiting for their teams to show who owns that match.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now we have 3 more games coming at you today. Games for tomorrow are pending. Obviously, we're going to see if the losers of yesterday's matches can fight back, if they can come back in, if they can try to win. And not only that, but you guys can also enter to win cool prizes, all different types of gift cards. We're going to be giving away stuff throughout the entire stream. The stream is brought to you guys by the Bragg House. If you haven't heard of the Bragg House before, the Bragg House is the hub for college sports. So our next match is going to be starting here in just about a minute, and we're going to be bringing you some live action here, just both teams get started. So I'm calling out FSU in this next one. What are you guys thinking?
I'm gonna call TCU coming back.
I think I'm gonna call FSU too. I mean, I was pretty impressed by them.
Absolutely.
We also saw TCU in the qualifier, and they come to play. But I think the Texas UT and me won't allow root for them.
Lavelle, the fair weather fan.
I mean, unless it's Texas, it's pretty accurate.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, you stuck it out with Texas the whole last tournament.
I did. I mean, you remember me in the last tournament.
And TCU in their matches yesterday, they actually had 2. They had a pre-qualifier at 12 p.m. yesterday to even get into the tournament. And then finally, up against Florida State, TCU opened their match with a 10-0 lead, like just 5 minutes in. So they were off to as hot a start as any team could potentially want. But Florida State, they were real confident before that game, and they knew that they believed in the talent that they had. They were able to kind of chip away that lead and kind of pull away at the end. And they ended up winning 30-28. With 1 home run being the difference maker. Those 2 bonus runs Florida State had. So it'll be interesting to see if either of these teams change their strategy a little bit, go for more home runs and grand slams. If they're going to do as they did yesterday, where they just drop in hot, try and get as many kills, head to the gulag, and then back out.
Absolutely.
Another fun fact is actually a couple of Apple Juice, who plays for let me see. A couple of Apple Juice, who plays for Florida State yesterday, led the tournament for that day in kills, or in total runs. He had 20 runs. The runner-up, Freedom J for Virginia Tech, he had 19, but a couple of Apple Juice was by far the MVP for day 1 of this College World Series tournament. And right now, we're going to be seeing Florida State dropping in.
So we're going to go ahead and get that team board updated here in just a second. While we wait for that to get updated, we'll go ahead and just hide it for right now. This is FSU dropping in.
Mm-hmm. It looks like we might have some technical difficulties for TCU. Their stream not yet live. Florida State, meanwhile, they're hot dropping on the roof of Superstore. Boppo Sly has a marksman rifle, but not a lot he can do with that right now. Pulls out to the pistol. He's going to end up going down now, too, though. So Florida State, 2 men down, 1 with half health right now. He's going to be their last hope on this rooftop. But up against the full squad, I don't see it happening. He's able to get 1 down, but then taken out by another of the enemy squad. And all 3 of them are going to be going to the gulag. So an opportunity for them here to get 3 quick kills. They have 1 teammate in the gulag right now. We'll see how he is able to do.
So let's see, FSU trying to make what they can happen.
Yeah, so Florida State now, Papa Slot's going to be the first up into the gulag for them. He's got that SMG. Immediately, both opponents pushing up on the same side, but Papa Slot, he was playing it cautiously. He had his sights aimed down, and he wasn't moving very much, so there wasn't a lot of weapon sway. He's going to be able to connect those shots and get his first kill, get him out of the gulag. His teammate is going to get a kill of his own. He'll be heading out of the gulag, both redeployed. Their last teammate, however, cannot get it done in the gulag. He's going to be dying. It'll be interesting to see if they go for the redeploy here or if they're going to just want to back out of this lobby. Still 128 people left, so not really anywhere close to the home run territory. But they're going to be picking up this bounty contract right here at a TV station. Not the most graceful of lands from Babo's slot, but they're going to make it work.
So right now we still have a score of 0-0. Both teams in their, I believe, first game still.
Yep.
I can't even say the word "Go Frogs." It's just, it's not even.
Go Toads.
But I like his name though.
Yeah, it is a great name.
No, I do too. Probably my favorite name of the
Eminem.
competition. All right, so guys, let me ask you guys some questions. So I know that you guys have done a couple different, tournament style kind of things like this. I think in all the tournaments that we've done so far, or at least of all the stuff that I've seen you guys put out, this thus far has been probably the biggest term of just, kind of upsets. We see one game start one way, and it seems like every game yesterday started one way, completely pivoted a different direction. Do you guys think we're going to see the same thing today?
I mean, I think so. I mean, we couldn't even prepare for a game like that. It was kind of crazy. It's like we didn't see that kind of like neck-to-neck action in the March Madness until probably like the last 2 days. So I think everyone has come out to play, and that's the kind of competition we want to inspire, like at the Bragg House.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting a score refresh here. TCU up 3-2 over Florida State early. So a little closer beginning than yesterday's match. Meanwhile, we have Sam and Dan in here for TCU in the gulag. He's moving up slowly on that left side, keeping his aim trained on that spawn. He'll be tossing a flash grenade. Flashes himself a little bit. Doesn't connect, though. Oh, my gosh. And his opponent, unbeknownst to anyone, pushes up all the way on his flank and is able to get the kill. So Sam and Dan, he unfortunately is going to be going to spectator mode, as we have Florida State right now back into the lobby.
Now, for everybody that is just now joining us, if this is the first Bragg House tournament you're watching, what this is this is Call of Duty Warzone. So what we've done is we've taken Call of Duty Warzone, we've taken the College World Series of Baseball, we've kind of applied the rules of it to an esport. First time that's ever been done, and that's being brought to you by the Bragg House. So if you're just now tuning in, if you saw this on Facebook, if your friend shared it with you, if you saw it on Reddit, maybe your grandma told you about it, maybe your friend told you about it, it's out there. But if you're just now joining us, you can still jump into the daily brags. They're right below the brag kit. You can join us on thebraghouse.com, make an account, join a community full of thousands and thousands of other people that are all about college sports. They are about their school. They will argue with you about what the best team is. They will know just as much as you. And that's really what it's all about, is creating a hub for people who are sports fanatics and giving them a place to have a home.
And those best teams are not TCU.
Well, TCU, I mean, yesterday, man, they definitely brought it. I was definitely surprised to see how hard they brought it.
Yeah, they did. I mean, TCU did play well yesterday, but Florida State just...
I'm rooting for the Noles.
Couple of apple juice, willed their team to victory there. It'll be interesting to see if he's capable of doing it again. TCU right now up 6-4, and they're getting some more kills too. They're not letting their foot off of Florida State's neck. They made that mistake yesterday, and it came back to bite them. Yep. Sam and Dan is going to refresh his armor plates here. Meanwhile, Florida State's still in that warm-up lobby. TCU, they're pushing. Got some kills already in this lobby. And it looks like they're going to be hunting for more squads to kill. They have a bounty marker highlighted, but they haven't gone for it yet.
Guys, let me remind you something. Like yesterday, TCU was starting really strong versus FSU, but they just started dying down halfway through, and FSU just took control of the match. So I wonder if they're gonna like kind of run out of gas again today.
I don't know. I mean, hopefully they pace themselves a little bit more. You know, TCU obviously a very talented team. They had to earn their way in through a playing game, so there's no doubt that the talent is there.
Yep.
I mean, it
Hey
comes down to a
Daniel,
lot about how you drop too. You know, you play this game a lot, Ron. You know, I'm sure you know it's a lot more about like how you drop, where you're dropping, and what kind of player you're playing as. You know, FSU I believe is definitely more run and gun, completely dropping at hot spots. TCU, you know, they kind of play much slower, and only in the last couple minutes yesterday turned up the heat. But as we saw in the last game, the last 10 minutes, that could be really the biggest excitement of the whole match. You know, what are your favorite places to drop?
Well, my personal favorite place to drop is where Florida State is right now. That roof of Superstore, especially in a tournament format like this, where kills are all about. They need to get these early kills and have a chance at extending any kind of lead over TCU. And they have an insane pistol fight going on right now. You're gonna get cleaned up with melees actually and head into the gulag. Really, really interesting fight there for Florida State on that roof. All three of them are gonna be going to the gulag. Meanwhile, we have TCU. They're at the train station right now, and they're about to get into a fight of their own right now. Those purple tracers coming in hot from Sam and Dannon. So they're going to be moving up slowly. They know the squad's there. They have the bounty target. They have the UAV up. So they're going to be slowly moving up.
Ryan, did you accidentally say?
Yeah, Freudian slip. They have that UAV up, and they're able to complete the bounty too, but there's still two more members of that squad alive. They're pushing in, one heading for the rooftop, one pushing in inside. They're going to refresh their armor plates real quick and head back into this gunfight. Checking their corners right now. Bunch of hiding places inside of this promenade here. They're going to be picking up another bounty target actually as well as they do this. They're going to be hunting this squad and starting to move towards that other bounty target at the same time. Looks like Florida State is going to, TCU is going to clean up some of those kills there. You're going to start looting and have the opportunity to move on to that next bounty target. Florida State's still in this. So
right now we do have an updated score of 7 TCU, 4 FSU. TCU is in the lead, so they are definitely, they are not to be counted out today. They're in the lead right now. Anything could happen. We still have 32 minutes left on the board right now.
We already saw one team come back.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw what, I believe, Daniel, I know that you are keeping track of the data, all the players, all the, the background team that's keeping track of all the data. Yesterday, I believe Freedom J dropped as many points single-handedly as some entire teams by themselves, correct?
Yeah. So that is,
Freedom. Oh, sorry, Daniel. You got it.
That's 100% correct. I think it was the only match where if he played by himself, he would have still won. But that doesn't mean anything for round number 2 today. Michigan could have a completely new strategy that will completely change the game and force a tiebreaker tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Tough to knock the king off the throne, dude.
Yeah, for those of you who are unaware, Freedom J and Virginia Tech are defending champions from our March Madness bracket tournament that we did a couple months ago.
And for what it's worth, guys, this tournament, it is double a limb, so we do have games today. They are the deciding factor for the losers of yesterday. If your team lost yesterday, they still have a chance to win today. We have multiple or more games throughout the entire afternoon. We're going to have a lot of action for you guys. So I think that as we move forward, it's really if you guys watched yesterday, doesn't mean anything. If anything, those teams mostly went home, probably studied, probably tried to see what was the other team doing, knowing what they're going up against today, to see if anything, if they can be better prepared and go home with a W. Because at the end of the day, they're all playing for the cash prize, but more importantly, the school pride. And that's why a lot of these guys bring the energy with their teams. Not a single person was talking team strategy. They were talking about their school, and they were talking about whose ass they were about to beat in this game. That's all that was being talked about.
So TCU right there, actually with a really cool play, their bounty target was in a helicopter, and they were able to down him from the ground, just shooting straight up at the helicopter.
Now, Ryan, I know that we haven't seen a lot of vehicles. Yesterday, we were seeing a lot of the Humvees, or not the Humvees, my apologies, the ATV. We were seeing the trophy system on top of the ATV. We were seeing, I believe, a few golf cart rides, but not any real tactical golf cart rides. We didn't see any helicopter usage. How do you think vehicles are going to be used today? I know we saw the trophy system with the 3 people on the ATV. That was pretty innovative. Think we're going to see a lot of action today using vehicles?
I mean, obviously, I hope we do. Not only is it a great way to get a lot of kills very quickly, but it's also just super entertaining. Um, but unfortunately, we've really seen like very, very little use of any vehicles. None in this match. Only Michigan State used it a little bit in their last one, but that's pretty much it.
Ryan, Matt, a question for you. Was it Freedom J yesterday who shot a bazooka in very close range on a car?
No, it
Like,
was
at the
that was actually from the UCLA
Yeah, as I said, that
match.
UCLA match.
Right.
And we said it was Freedom J-esque.
Yeah, only it was inspired as if it was like the C4 from the first tournament, which actually ended up making it to the Bragg House Esports trailer. Just because it was such a cool explosion. I believe it resulted in a triple kill for Freedom J. Yesterday, the RPG resulted in the same thing. That's one thing I've noticed about both of y'all's tournaments. It's like the Bragg House, every time you guys do a tournament, it's interesting because I'm seeing a lot of players that are outside of like, the meta CSGO, the meta Halo, like big like esports tournament scene. You guys are going to a cutting edge game like Call of Duty Warzone, which just dropped, and kind of creating your own esport around traditional college sports and the fandom of those schools. Which, I mean, honestly, I've never seen people as enthusiastic to rep their school. I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I am a big esports fan. So the fact that I can now not only kind of fall in love with baseball and learn the rules of baseball, but also still root for my Knowles, that's a big thing for me. I think that's really cool.
I mean, that was the reason why, Matt, that we even came up with the platform, is to kind of combine and leverage those two worlds.
Absolutely. So I know you guys have another esports tournament scheduled in the next couple of weeks, and I believe you said that was women's soccer theme. So can you tell me a little bit more about that, Lavelle?
I mean, so like I said, at Bragg House, we're all about community, and we really wanted to create a strong community. And we kind of noticed that, we know tons of women gamers, and we know women gamers are prevalent, but we didn't see a lot of them in the championships and like tournaments and stuff. So we said, hey, you know what? Let's just create an entire thing. We used sports, so we used women's college soccer, and we said, hey, you know what? Let's do the World College Soccer Cup, and with all women gamers, and we planned it, and we were kind of asked people for support, tried to pick strong female leaders who were like sports figures, and I have to say we have some real strong roster of people coming out, some top big names, a lot of national pride, so we're really excited about that one that's coming up.
Oh man, TCU right here. They're in a jam. They have 2 members of their squad go down. They only have 1 up, and he's fighting for his life right now. Only 55 people left in the lobby, so real close to that home run territory. Looks like he's going to try and make his escape right here as he's using his armor plates.
Now, if TCU kind of shows up how they've been showing up so far, it's not going to be hard for them to contend with FSU. FSU, they brought a lot of noise yesterday, but TCU, I feel like they didn't show up how they're showing up right now. And they're not connecting the shots, or they didn't connect the shots yesterday, how they're connecting them today for us. So I feel like, they're in a much better spot. I think that's what we're going to see from a lot of the competition today across all the games is like the matches that we saw yesterday, the matches that we saw, pretty much like how they played out. I think all these teams are going to be a little bit more warmed up, used to playing together against these teams. And I think that's going to result in definitely some more action, but hopefully some higher scoring games and some closer games like this.
Yeah, absolutely. TCU, their last surviving player, is able to escape there from the squad that had killed his teammates. One of his teammates ends up dying again in the gulag, but there's only 52 people left. If he's able to stay alive just a little bit longer here, he'll be getting those 2 extra runs, and then maybe it makes sense for him to then leave. Meanwhile, over on the Florida State side, Bappa Slot, the last one alive for his team. So he's going to be running through Superstore right now. God, we've seen so much Superstore across this tournament. I feel like we're going to memorize it with our eyes closed at a certain point.
But there's a reason for that. Definitely. I know you said it's your favorite spot to drop, Ryan. It's one of my favorite spots to drop too. I know, Daniel, you said that when you play, like it's one of your favorite spots to drop. It's an action-packed spot with a lot of loot, and 2 things are pretty much guaranteed. You're going to find something on the roof that you can at least get onto that second story with. And on the second story, you're going to find something that you can, hopefully kill the other 20 people that just dropped there with you with. So
and TCU now, TCU just hit their home run. So they're going to be getting 2 extra runs here added to their total.
Right.
try to widen this lead a little bit over Florida State that they have.
Our score is updated. We have 9-7 right now. They just scored a home run. So in this esports match, we definitely have it's a hybrid. It's between college baseball and esports. And that you might be saying like, wow, I've never heard of that before. It's because it is the first time it's happened. So Daniel, can you explain to us real quick while we're waiting for FSU to jump into another match? Can you kind of walk us through how the rules work and how a home run, how a grand slam works for a team?
Yeah, absolutely. So since we're really trying to like implement as many rules as we can from like as many elements as we can from baseball, essentially we're calling every kill a run, and we're implementing a version of what a home run is and what a grand slam is by survival in each lobby. So when 1 or 3 of the squad mates survive into the top 50 in each lobby, they're essentially completing a home run that's equal to 2 extra runs. If they then, instead of surviving to the top 50, survive to the top 20, they're actually getting a grand slam. That home run is being converted to a grand slam, and that's going to be equal 4 extra kills. And Ryan, if you can jump in for a second, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So TCU here. Looks like Sam and Dannon is going to be able to win his Gulag match, but they're going to be backing out of the lobby real quickly. A pretty strong game lobby for them right there as they rack up 19 kills on their own plus a home run. So a very, very strong game for TCU in that one.
Now, the important thing to note there, too, is that, the tactic, like, you might ask yourself, why did TCU jump out? And, I think yesterday, while we were in one of the intermissions, we were acknowledging that one of the teams used this strat. Something that was really, really big yesterday was, the teams would go for the home run, they would go for the grand slam, and then once they got there, they would then try to jump right out. And then what they would do is try to strategize the most amount of rounds with the most amount of kills in that 45-minute period as they can. So, once you're into the last 20 players alive total, obviously, like, you keep going for those frags, but as we all kind of agreed as players yesterday, what would we do? We would back out to that menu. We would try going for, one more round. We would try to get through that warm-up and get some more frags in a fresh match.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of fresh match, Florida State jumping in here. Be interesting to see. Oh, the circle. Giving them that opportunity to go back to Superstar. I wonder if they're going to take it.
I mean, but do we have an update on the score?
Yeah, right now we have 11-7 TCU's favor.
Yeah, we have our team behind the scenes right now working to update that. So we'll get that out to you as soon as it comes in, ladies and gentlemen.
But I think TCU is in a big lead.
Yeah, TCU,
oh wow, yeah,
16-7 FSU.
16-7, yeah. So they had a real big game that last lobby. Really kind of spreading out that lead. Obviously we saw this as we creep just past halfway through the match. We saw this yesterday. TCU getting out to a 10-0 lead over FSU, but
yeah,
FSU, they're a back half team. They know how to compete and they know how to get going when the going gets tough. So I helped them win that game yesterday. TCU, though, it looks like they've definitely changed their strategy from yesterday. TCU was one of only 3 teams yesterday that didn't have a single home run or a grand slam. They have a home run to their name already this game. So
that
see if that makes.
We still have 20 minutes left. So even though it's 7-16, this is still anyone's game. FSU could easily make that up, as we saw in the last game.
We saw this exact same thing yesterday, Matt.
We saw this last game, really, if you think about it. Like, we saw a pretty big lead that got caught up, within a couple minutes. Like, that last 10 minutes, I feel like all of them kind of turn on the hyperdrive.
Absolutely.
So, Lavelle, let me ask you, what is your favorite takeaway from yesterday's matches? Like, if you had to pick one player from yesterday's matches that were your favorite to watch, your most enjoyable, like, competitor, I guess you could say, who would you say it was?
I mean, I know Ryan's going to call me as fair weather as could be. I mean, Freedom J was, I called it coming in, and I'll stick with him until he proves me wrong.
I mean, it's hard not to, man. He's like the Tiger Woods of the Bragg House tournament so far, and he's humble about it. That's the best part. He's humble.
That's it. He's so humble about it. He's just so. You see how he warms his team, he encourages his team. He's like, "Hey guys, we just need to do this and win."
Right, wait, what does that make? Cup of apple juice, though. Cup of apple juice.
It's a healthy breakfast. It's a healthy breakfast.
Playing for Florida State led them to their game 1 victory over TCU with 20 kills. 20 kills to his name. Led the entire tournament in killing on the first day.
I mean, right now
I
he's brilliant.
I gotta stay with Cup of Apple Juice. I believe in him in the last 20 minutes of this match. He's gonna bring Florida State back here.
So,
As Katrina in chat says, he has the sauce.
He has
I
the
mean,
sauce.
one game.
Hey,
It takes
one
It takes
game.
1 second.
One game. Everyone can have a good game.
Literally,
Nah,
I mean, all it takes
not
is literally one RPG, and you can be caught up with like 4 points right there.
Oh man! All right, so Florida State here. It looks like they're gonna finally have an opportunity to get some more runs. As they're gonna be moving up on a squad here. Yeah, they're pulling the heartbeat sensor out. They see 3 hits. They're really at a disadvantage here, though, as the enemy's going up against them. They have really severe high ground. They're gonna try and overcome that, though, as they're pushing up, using the switchback trails to make their way up. I think Bapa Slot is staring into that barn. I don't think he realizes that they're not there. They're in the left.
There we go. They're starting to connect.
They're taking shots right now, yeah, and they're starting to connect on these kills. This other squad honestly doesn't look like a huge threat to them, but in Call of Duty Warzone, you never know. It doesn't take a lot to kill you. Meanwhile, TCU, they're going to be jumping in here, landing on the Torse block right now.
Looks like FSU is targeting a team in that helicopter over there. They're trying to push those buildings.
Guys, there was
Interesting. I mean, we've already seen TCU do that this game, so.
Guys, there was a slight error in the score, and it has been officially updated.
So
It might take a couple more seconds, but it's coming up there.
So right now I have
wow.
21-7 TCU. Is that official right now,
21-7,
Daniel?
yeah.
So 3x lead right now over FSU, guys. If you're just now tuning in, first of its kind World Series Baseball Esports Tournament. This is absolute madness. Yet last game, our first game of the day, we had a tiebreaker. If you're just now joining us, you are joining at the right time. We have 18 minutes left on the clock. FSU dropping baskets yesterday, or at least in my world, baskets, but scoring runs yesterday. TCU today is bringing the noise. They learned from yesterday, and they're bringing the fire today. They're comfortably leading by 3 times the number of points. But as we saw,
TCU setting up a trap here, and it looks like they're going to be able to get a couple.
Connected,
Oh, they can't finish.
Nice.
This is what FSU needed to stand a chance.
That is
FSU can get back in this
crushing.
in a moment of seconds. All they need to do is find a team.
TCU, they had their bounty target there with them. They had one down, and they had the crossfires set up for the ambush, but they couldn't connect the shots, and they weren't even able to thirst the one guy they did get down. So they'll get no credit for that kill. Although their last player, he's not going down with the fight. He's able to get one of the kills of that his 2 fallen teammates could not.
Now there are multiple.
Oh, he goes for the throwing knife. Oh, if he hadn't thrown the throwing knife, he would have had him easily.
And he had a full clip. That was not maybe the right play right there.
So, devastating mistakes here for TCU. They're going to be sending a couple players into the gulag, but
Yeah.
I really hate to see that.
Now, I mean, granted, if you are going to make a mistake like that, the time to make it is when you are leading, 3 times multiplier. But
That is true.
FSU can get this back quick, fast, lost.
TCU, they missed the opportunity for their first player in the gulag right now. They're going to be spectating that second player. It would appear, he's going to be waiting for that gulag match of his own. Florida State, meanwhile, they've got a helicopter. The first time we've seen a helicopter employed in this tournament, guys.
I love the helicopters.
I love it too. The helicopters are a tremendous strategy for getting kills.
Now, I think we talked about this in the last tournament during March Madness. Sergeant Bean, huge fan of the helicopter. There was actually an entire round that he carried through to the next round via the helicopter. He actually inspired me to start driving all the time.
From Matt, he was from Texas.
Yep. And he brought it, man. I think he had like 13 kills the helicopter that round. That was what inspired me to start using it all the time.
So it's like we did different in the March Madness, and some people had one person in the team against squads, and he took down a couple of squads. It was amazing.
Yeah. Honestly, one of my favorite things about this tournament is, I know you guys are really big about like user feedback and user requests. I know some people were mentioning, hey, it'd be really cool to kind of see like the teams be organized into teams of 3. You guys made that change, constantly kind of innovating and improving to make a better experience. I love seeing the camaraderie this time from 3 players working together as a squad. Where sometimes, like, don't get me wrong, I'm a lone wolf player too, but when you see 3 players working together to make it happen for their school, I feel like you put way more on the line.
Absolutely,
It makes a huge difference.
Absolutely.
And we're getting to just a third of this match left right now. I think we got a scoring update from our team behind the scenes.
Oh,
As
guys, we do
Guys.
have a couple gift cards coming up. We have tons of prizes that the Bragg House is giving away.
Matt, you read my mind right now because I was just going to say something about the gift card. So, if you're not aware of what that is, at Vegas, we really want to give back to the community, and one of the ways we're doing it is
especially money and gift cards.
Yep. So one of the ways we want to do that is really give you guys that reward for being entertained, being involved with us. So right now we're going to offer you all a gift card opportunity, and all you have to do is in the chat, be prepared. In the chat, write down. Let's think about it. Let's write down "Go Bragg." Whether you do space or no space, it doesn't matter. Write down "Go Bragg," and you're gonna go into a raffle to win the gift card. And also, if you subscribe to our channel, which is free if you have Amazon Prime, we'll double that gift card for you. It doesn't matter if you subscribe after or before, but we'll double that gift card for you. So go ahead, 5 minutes starts. Write down in the chat "Go Bragg," and we'll announce who the winner of the gift card of the raffle is.
Matt, you want to repeat that? Let them know. Go Bragg.
Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. So all you have to do is just drop "Go Bragg" in the chat. Super simple. We're going to be giving away prizes all week on the stream. Yesterday, we gave away 2 gift cards. Today, we're going to be giving away more. It's whenever Daniel wants. It's not scripted. It's not at a certain time. It's throughout a random game. Daniel's just going to make a decision and say, boom, "Go Bragg," simply in the chat. Easiest way to win a gift card I've ever seen. All you have to do is chat right there and make sure that you're a follower. And if you want to, subscribe. If you don't, that's great. Keep watching, and you're going to want to subscribe by the end of this tournament.
So, getting those scoring updates in right now. We're going to be checking that. It looks like Florida State might be starting to bring it back just a little bit as we're getting these unofficial scores. And Florida State also narrowly avoiding an RPG there, but he's going to get taken down anyway. Looks like they're going to have one player in the gulag right now. Meanwhile, TCU, they're jumping into a fresh game.
Yep.
They're going to be heading down right onto this survey marker, or scavenger marker, excuse me. And Florida State, they're going to win their gulag match. Noobster there with 8 kills, putting on for them, but they're going to be leaving, backing out, heading into a new lobby, a new fresh lobby. And unfortunately, we have a little mishap with the timer here.
There is right now 11 minutes left with the timer.
Yeah. The timer, unfortunately, has gotten reset. We'll try and fix that for you real quickly.
I think the FSU is debating whether to stay for the home run or not, and I think they're gonna stay for the home run. If I'm listening correctly.
Yeah, they're only 3 kills away. It would make sense.
It would make sense to go.
Yep, I just heard them saying they're waiting to get that home run before they jump out.
And we saw who was it? We saw Ohio State do that last game too. They got that home run and ended up being a difference maker for them, securing them that overtime and giving them the opportunity in overtime to win. So it looks like Florida State, they're going to be playing real conservatively here, just waiting for 2 more people to die so they can get their home run. Again, with that home run.
And we do have, real quick, guys, just so everybody knows, we do have the timer updated. There is officially 9 minutes, 40 seconds left of the match. There's just a few minutes left of the match, guys. There's not a lot of time, but it's close enough that this could still be anybody's match. 25-15, pretty good spread, but TCU made a couple of mistakes already. If they make another one, that could be the opportunity FSU really is looking for.
I think they got the home run.
Yep, they've just officially hit the home run. So that'll be another 2 runs for Florida State here as they begin to chip into that lead. They're going to probably be backing out for a new lobby right now, but they're narrowing it down.
So Ryan, I'll eat my words. They're doing the same. They're doing the same thing they did yesterday. If they could pull it off again, it's like it's something between luck and actually skill.
Yeah, and oh my god, a fantastic snipe from Brennan there. He's able to crack the shields of these people he's sniping at. Looks like maybe he's just going for some last second opportunities before he quits out. He's hitting all of these snipes. Incredible shots coming in here. He's got that thermal scope, it makes it a little bit easier, but still very, very impressive. He's hunting right now, but he's also
Under
wasting
9
time.
minutes left.
Yeah, only 8.5 minutes to go, and he's wasting a lot of time here just sniping at these guys. Down by 8 runs, I believe, right now. This isn't the strategy that they need to employ to bring
sniping
it back.
is not the solution right now. You need to be pushing. You need to be like, even the second you see a body, you need to be pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have TCU right now as Florida State continues to just take pot shots at these squads. TCU, they're moving up.
Now it is working out for FSU
helicopter
though.
right
They
now.
are 19, so they just did get 4 points in the last couple minutes, catching up even to 19.
Yeah, bringing it
puts
down to
them in
6. A much lower scoring game than they had yesterday, but as we get down to these final 7 minutes or so, things are really going to start to pick up. TCU right now, they're going to start pushing real heavily into here, and they're getting some kills already. Looking for the squad wipe as they're clearing out this fire station. They see a lot of enemies out back right now. They have a UAV up, and it is pinging like crazy. And
Well, right now
it
we have
seems they got enemies
1925.
above them as well. So they're going to be heading up these stairs here, trying to sneak up on these enemy squads and extend this lead that they have over Florida State. Florida State, meanwhile, stuck in this lobby, waiting to get into a new game with only 7 minutes left. TCU right now wasting a little bit of time here, but moving carefully throughout the fire station.
They are moving
seem-
tactically. They are moving as a squad. They have the heartbeat sensor. They have 4 bodies on the map, so this is still super close.
Yeah.
They're catching up, but if TCU takes these guys out, this could be the spread that they need to really put themselves apart from FSU.
Absolutely. And they realize that the enemy squads are in that fire tower there, so they're just going to start playing it safe, trying to take advantage of
Took one
wherever
out,
they
so-
can. They're going to have to be moving pretty soon as the storm is closing in, taking blind shots, and they're going to get a kill here
Very
as well.
good. Looks like they took down a heavy fragger with a riot shield. That's definitely not somebody you want to meet at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, absolutely. But it worked out for them. Their squad is picking up some kills. Definitely extending this lead as Florida State is just now about to drop into their what's likely to be last game with 6 minutes left. Hey, Daniel, do we have a winner for that? Gift card?
Yes, I believe it is Katrina Di Lorenzo.
Katrina.
You won our gift card. So send us an email to events@thebraghouse.com and we'll make sure we send the gift card your way.
There we go.
So
You
Guys, we're going to be
congrats.
giving away tons of prizes
I have to
throughout
protest.
this.
Is it because I'm part of the company? Because I put my name in there real fast.
I definitely think that would be conflict of interest, Louis. But we're going to be giving away tons of gift cards over the course of this entire competition, guys. So if you're just now joining us, if you're just now getting in with us, please make sure that you fill out your daily brags. That's going to be the easiest way for you to score some sick prizes. But also keep watching because Daniel, randomly, we have 2 more games this afternoon. It's going to be giving away possibly another gift card, but there's going to be gift cards throughout this entire tournament. Who knows when, who knows how many per day. Only way to get them is by watching live. So make sure you stay tuned
Only
to
way.
Brighthouse TV.
And as we creep into just 5 minutes left, we're going to try and get you a scoring update real quick. Florida State, they just got into a game. They landed at Superstore. So surprise, surprise. TCU, meanwhile, they have 1 down.
They were able to get that spread back up a little bit. FSU's getting dropped right now. Looks like he was able to counter that. But TCU is at 29, so we got a 10-point lead. Second
Florida
FSU
State.
player going down.
Yeah, Florida State's going to be sending 2 to the Gulag right now, it appears. They still have 1 up inside that Superstore, but, a tough position for them. Meanwhile, TCU, they have 2 men up, 1 currently in the Gulag. Still pretty early into the game for them, so a lot of opportunities to get some more kills. As we look at the timer, down to 4.5 minutes, I'm not sure if either of these 2 teams are going to have enough time to go for another home run or anything. But TCU in the commanding lead right now with a 10-run lead, it looks like.
I think I kind of called it. I think I called it earlier today and said I think TCU is gonna come. Those home runs are gonna come ready to play and like force that tiebreaker against FSU. I
did.
predicted it.
I called FSU because I felt bad for Matt last year. So
I know. Honestly, I'm rooting for the Noles. I think that they're still going to win. Even if TCU ties up today, my Noles got it tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, a reminder, Florida State won the game yesterday, so if things stay the same in these final 3.5 minutes, TCU wins. They'll be going to a game 3 tomorrow. That game will be after Ohio State and Michigan State's game 3 tomorrow.
That's still a big news though, because we've seen those things change so quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And gosh, still a 10-run lead here for Florida State. It looks like they're trying to close, or they're heading back to the lobby right now. I'm not sure they're going to be able to even make it back into a game in time. Meanwhile, TCU, they're kind of doing what Florida State did to them yesterday. They're playing super aggressive, playing smart, and they're cleaning up on kills right now. We've been working as a team and rooting people out as they're gatekeeping along this circle of gas around them. So they are playing incredibly well.
And something that's important too is like they're in a match right now. FSU is still jumping in. They're going to have at least a minute of warm up. So at this point, they're looking at least a minute 43 when they would possibly at the earliest be into a match. TCU meanwhile has time and they're connecting shots. They're pushing to a busy area. They're probably going to further this gap.
Yeah, you know, they're not only are they in a busy area, but they have all the loot that they're going to need. They're moving in towards the circle where other teams are all going to be congregating. And they already have like a 9-run lead. So it's going to be really hard to see TCU throwing this one away in the last 2 minutes. But never say never.
I think the score is going to update soon. I think that it should be a little bit of a bigger gap.
31-22.
Yeah, 31-22 is what we have right now. Our team behind the scenes is
we have 35-23 actually.
Yeah.
With
35-23. Yeah, so TCU, they're up to a 12-run lead right now. Florida State still has 40 seconds in that warm-up lobby. It's going to be a minute 10 of game time that they get. Not to mention the 20 seconds it's going to take for them to jump from the plane and get to the ground. So Florida State, they're going to have less than a minute to make up a 12-run deficit. That's assuming TCU doesn't even get any more kills, which they still have a great opportunity to do.
So, guys, if you're an FSU fan, okay. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Ryan. No, go ahead. Go ahead, Matt.
I was gonna say, if you guys are an FSU fan, let us know in the chat. If you're a Noles fan, you know, obviously I can't see you, so there's not gonna be any of this. But what we can do is you guys can rep FSU in the chat. Let us know that you're looking forward to FSU tomorrow. If you're a TCU fan, you can let us know in the chat. Let us know that you guys are hyping. We have a minute left. Now, if this does go down the way that we think it's going to go down, we're still going to have another game tomorrow, which will be FSU versus TCU to break the tie of a 1-1 game series.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see Florida State, that close win yesterday, TCU with a pretty big win today. Be interesting to see if Florida State's going to go home, lick their wounds, and come back tomorrow with a new mentality, or if TCU has just really stolen all of the momentum in this game.
Absolutely.
So looks like we're gonna have 2 matches already set up for game 3.
Well, yeah, that first match of the day was definitely suspenseful. We had a tie that went into a tiebreaker. That was, I believe, a first of all the tournaments that I've seen. So that was really, really interesting. I haven't seen a tie that suspenseful since like the CS:GO days. So that was super awesome.
And real quickly, actually, just for the audience to know, it looks like we had an issue with our timer when it went down earlier. There are actually 3 more minutes left in this game. So this timer that's expiring right now, they're going to have 3 more minutes to get a couple or as many more kills as they can. They should be playing until 4:45 Eastern time right now. So Florida State, hopefully we're not just delaying the inevitable for them, and they're going to have another chance to keep it going. Meanwhile, it could prove more advantageous for TCU as they're starting to closely approach that home run territory with only 65 people left in their game. It'll be interesting to see how this works out. Florida State, they're on the ground now in Superstore with the P90 out already, hitting some shots right now. That P90 clip size has been really huge for a lot of these teams. Oh, and looks just like a little bit too much sensitivity for Papo's slot there on his controller.
Fast, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go turn it down. He was flicking all across there. But he's gonna be into the gulag. I hope he doesn't think that the time is out.
I have not
Unfortunately.
seen a lot of console players do that in the past. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
that
them
was definitely
mess with their
interesting.
sensitivity that much.
But Baba Slot and the rest of Florida State, they still have 2 minutes. Our timer wrong on the screen there, so they have 2 more minutes. Oh, and it looks like he
But
wasn't aware of that. He's gonna just give up kind of in the gulag.
so right now we have TCU Zoom, and then they're in a house interacting with somebody.
Oh
Getting
wow,
the kill. Getting the
that
connection.
an incredible turnaround there. He's gonna get a gas mask. Only 10 people left before they're, or 8 people now before they're in that home run territory. They get plenty of armor plating to reshield up here, and they're gonna get right back into another fight. And one of their squad mates pinned over down the hill by another squad, but they don't know that the other members are behind them. They're gonna get a finish right there, add to their kill count.
So we have 1 minute to go. The lead is still a comfortable spread of at least 10. It's definitely guaranteed TCU is going home with this win. That's what we were talking about earlier, guys. These teams, they went back, they watched the footage of another team playing. They saw what the differences were yesterday. TCU is a prime example of a team that came yesterday, not bringing a lot, and came today and really brought what was needed to turn it around and extend it to a day 3. So I'm excited. I think that, honestly, I love the Knowles, but TCU, if they play like this tomorrow, I'm scared. What are you guys thinking? Any predictions for tomorrow so far after the first half of our day is concluded?
Yeah, man, it's hard to say because TCU, this is a way different TCU than we saw yesterday. And
Yeah, dude.
it's
very
like Lavelle said, best of 3, you can't fake talent.
Yeah,
So it'll just be interesting to see if which TCU is the real one, the one we saw today or the one we saw yesterday. That being said, you can say the same thing about Florida State. Which Florida State is the real one, the one we saw yesterday or the one we saw today, where they just could never really seem to get the ball rolling.
And that's what I've always liked baseball, Brian. It's like, a lot of people, it's like, oh, it's kind of slow paced. But it's like, you win, you win. When you have the best out of 3, best out of 7 series, that team actually won.
Yeah.
So, guys, just to let you know, I don't know if you noticed, but TCU, right before the clock ended, they got another home run.
Oh, did they?
So
Did
what
they
was our
end up
final
getting it?
confirmed score, Daniel?
It's probably going to be uploaded. The team here is updating
Wow.
it this week.
Yeah, so it looks like we just got their final score in. I'll wait for it to be displayed up here on the stream. But TCU running away with it there. Oh my.
Yeah, TCU, I think, got the highest score so far in the tournament. Their official score right now is, if I hope it's updated, it should be updated in a second now, is 47-23.
Wow. So they're going to be they're the first team to break through the 40-point barrier in this tournament so far.
They're the first one to break the barrier of a run per minute.
Yeah, that's true.
That's something especially for Freedom J to get a little bit concerned about. Maybe.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, Freedom J, though, I don't think he's going to be concerned about anything. Would he tell us if he was? Probably not. He'd probably be just as nonchalant. But with that being said, guys, there's still time to fill out your daily brag. We still have daily brags on the website. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring up the bracket. If you guys haven't seen the bracket yet, this is the bracket on the website. Super easy. Just go right below this. You're going to see an option to click through to earn prizes. You guys can compete every single day. We're going to be giving away cool stuff throughout the streams. We're going to be giving away a lot of cool prizes. It's going to be a fun time. Guys, this has been an amazing tournament so far. Thank you for having me on here.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Matt. We really appreciate you having on here and staying around.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I know next up, UCLA brought it yesterday. Definitely brought it. Any predictions for our next game coming up?
Yeah, well, UCLA, before that last game by TCU, they were our high scores for the tournament, 39. They had a home run and a grand slam yesterday. However, California, they were actually the second highest scorers of day 1 with 36 points. They had a home run of their own to their name, and they were also out to a huge lead at the beginning of this match. So I think this is honestly the match to watch today. I think these are 2 of our most talented, most consistent teams. and I think we're definitely in for a really, really great match.
I remember when I played baseball, I always like didn't take notice of any of those Pac-12 teams until they always seem to show up and just kick butt. And I'm like, where did they come from? Because when you're like in your conference, you only look at your conference, you don't look at the other big name conferences. But obviously, so I think you're right, Ryan. I think these teams are both some of the most reliable teams that everyone should watch out for.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. With that being said, guys, we have our third game that we were all just talking about starting in 10 minutes. So we'll be right back. In the meantime, you guys can go fill out your daily brag. We'll be back in the next couple of minutes. We'll see you in about 7 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and pull up that bracket so you guys can see the bracket. Make sure you guys go over to thebraghouse.com, fill out your daily brag, and make sure you're following us on Twitch. If you want, you can subscribe as well. We would really appreciate it. It gives us the ability to do more tournaments. But make sure you're a follower and then go fill out your daily brag. That's all you have to do for your opportunity to be a big winner during the first ever World Series College Esports Tournament. Welcome back, everybody. We are back on Brag House TV. We are coming to you with the next game, UCLA versus California. It is going to be a very, very interesting game. This is a high-scoring game yesterday. Ryan, I know you're predicting big energy, big score numbers. Daniel, what are your thoughts for UCLA versus Cal?
All right.
All right, so we are getting started here in the next second. Let's see.
I was watching Pukow over here for California on the right, watching him do a little free-for-all match to warm up, and he was looking.
He was looking mean. I was watching that as well. He was on fire.
He was looking good. So, California, definitely one of our more talented teams. UCLA as well. I think we're in for a really great match. Hopefully, California can pull this one out, force a game 3 tomorrow, continue filling up our schedule. And it looks like it is 5 o'clock right now. Daniel, if you are going to send them the all go and get that timer going.
The teams have received the notification that they can load up into their first lobby.
So they are going in right now. And we are starting the timer. It is 5 o'clock on the dot. They both just started their first match. 45 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock.
All right.
So let's take this time to also, Matt, I know we love at this time while the matches are loading to really talk about a little bit of how this tournament is different from what we've done together in March Madness, the March Madness esports tournament that we've done, and also let our viewers know that this is the perfect time to go and fill up their daily brags. And I would love to give the stage to you guys to talk about it for a second.
Absolutely. So, I mean, like, I know the Daily Brags, that's a really cool thing. You guys are pretty much having people go on the website. If you haven't already filled out your bracket, the brackets are closed. You can't join in that, but you can still win daily. All you have to do is go over to the website. You guys pretty much are saying, you guys do daily prediction. That's really what the Brag House is all about, right? Like, you guys are more about a micro, bragging environment, more so than, like, let's bet on a giant tournament. You guys want to be able to brag on everything from like who's going to have the most, kills, who's going to have the most, gulag wins, stuff like that. You guys want to kind of allow people to take every element and make a brag about that with a friend, right?
I think that's right. And it's like, well, Daniel is like more from a soccer background. I'm more from a baseball background. Brian's more from a swimming background. But we're all super competitive in all sports. And it's like, we like to talk every day with our friends about, like you said, micro bragging. Who's going to do this? What's going to happen here? So we're like, that's the point of what Brag House is. And we're trying to incorporate that in like a daily engagement. So we hope everyone else likes it too, but we're pretty excited about it though.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I mean, honestly, you guys are the first group I've really seen take something like esports and then take something that everybody knows. A lot of people, if you say esport, they may think you're speaking another language, unless you're into games, And then you guys are taking something that like everybody knows who, their school is. Everybody knows who their hometown team is. Like everyone knows where they went to school, a family member went to school. Everyone has that college team. I know just yesterday the VT fans were wiling out, showing like love for their teams in the chat. That was going really, really strong. I think they were the most actively supported team yesterday. But you guys have taken this like such a passionate subject and married it into something so brand new and innovative. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and like one of the things that we also really want to make sure we do is we always want to listen to like feedback from our gamers, feedback from our viewers. And one of the main things that we actually changed from March Madness, the March Madness esports tournament, and baseball college world series tournament that we're doing, esports tournament that we're doing right now is we are now aggregating all of the squads runs and kills and their place in each lobby. In the previous tournament, we just simply determined it by like the single gamer with the most skills to determine which team is going to go forward in the bracket. But now we're taking everyone's squad skills, and like you can see that the strategies are completely different from the previous tournament.
The players adapted really, really fast. Now, Ryan, you played in the last tournament. So for you, my man, what are you seeing different? Like obviously in this one you're hosting alongside with the Bragg House. What do you feel like is different? I know to me the team dynamic, especially I think was the biggest change in gameplay style. We've seen people, not be as aggressive, to stay back and make sure that they keep their boys up. What are your thoughts on the competition so far? What have you really seen?
Yeah, so obviously huge difference in how this tournament is being scored versus the March Madness bracket. For those of you who don't know, March Madness bracket was just whoever team had the player with the most kills won, and it was single elimination. So a lot changed here in this tournament where it's a combined team score as well as a best of three. And I think this style of play is a lot more friendly to the user, to the viewer, and to us, the casters. Obviously, everything is on the line in games like these, which are elimination games. But as Lavelle has been saying throughout the tournament, it's not a matter of one team having a really great game and having it be a fluke. It's which team can constantly show up and prove that they are the best. So it's going to be really interesting to see if UCLA can back up their performance from yesterday, where got down to an early deficit, but were able to come roaring back, had a home run and a grand slam to give them some bonus points and push them ahead of California. Or if California can, clean up some of the mistakes that they had and take the win, force a game 3 for tomorrow, and tie this series up 1-1.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Matt, I was gonna just say like one thing, and I really want to hear your thoughts. So far we had two teams with a comeback. Ohio State lost their first round yesterday and brought it the heat today, and essentially forced an equalizer, an equalizer tiebreaker game tomorrow. And the same thing happened between FSU and TCU. FSU won round 1, and TCU just brought the blood to win round 2. So you think UCLA will be the first team guaranteeing their spot in the next round already?
I mean, based off what I saw yesterday, man, I think so. I think UCLA, they brought it yesterday. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly, they just were surgical with it the whole day. That being said, I didn't think I'd say that about TCU. I thought I was going to say, oh yeah, the Knowles have it in the bag. Like, the thing I love about taking something like college sports and marrying it with esports is that like it's not your traditional I know the FSU football team, I know my Tar Heels basketball team. These are passionate, like either students, alum, some of them are even like athletes for the schools, just passionate and wanting to play games representing their school. So like it's all new faces, anything can happen, any day can be different. So like for me, I think UCLA, but I've learned that now 3 times, I think over the course of 2 tournaments, not to make a wager on it, not to make a bet on it. So
is it time for me to bandwagon Freedom J again?
Oh my gosh, please.
I mean, has it stopped? I think it has to stop for a period of time to start again.
Yeah, you got. He's not even in this game, Lavelle. You gotta give it a break.
I know. He's gonna win this game too. He's not even here.
Mentally, he's gonna win this game.
Yeah. And UCLA, California, our team is working behind the scenes right now to get these scores updated for you. But
it looks like they were just confirmed 7 UCLA, 4 California. UCLA jumping back into their next match.
Yeah, so this game a little unlike the last one where California got off to a big early lead and UCLA had to come storming back. This time UCLA hot out the gate. Both these teams, though, they're getting kills. The only difference is UCLA, they've had to back out into the lobby already, whereas California, they're still in the game. This could prove really pivotal. Another reminder for the rules of this tournament, in addition to kills counting as runs, we also have elements called home runs and grand slams. A team can be awarded a home run if they survive in the top 50 players of the lobby. Yep. At the same time, that home run will become a grand slam if the squad survives into the top 20 people of the lobby. So a home run, that will be 2 extra bonus runs to the squad's total. And a grand slam will be 4 extra runs to the squad's total. And we saw those really come into play, especially in this matchup yesterday, where UCLA was able to get the dub by 3 runs, all because they had a 4-run grand slam that California was never able to achieve.
Now, I want to remind you something, guys. I know we spoke about it like yesterday, very, very briefly, but the California squad, they're so dedicated to their freaking school. They're in Asia right now. It is about 2 a.m. or something like that, or 3 a.m. for them, that they're staying up to make sure they're like representing their school.
That was crazy. You said that yesterday, Daniel. We didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, so obviously
that's that passion that you guys are talking about. You know, when you say like it's all about the love for the schools, it's all about the love for the game, the love for the pride. Like that's the exact kind of stuff you're talking about. Like, I wouldn't wake up at 2 a.m. like to rep my school. Like you know, like I might love my school, I love Warzone, but like that's passion.
I mean, at that point, I think I would just stay up instead of going to bed.
Yeah,
Like,
no, without
just like stay up.
without a doubt, yeah.
So updated score: UCLA 7-6 for Cal. Now, as we've seen in other games just today, you know, we have 36 minutes left on the board. That could be anything. That could mean absolutely anything. Now, guys, thus far we're a couple minutes in. UCLA is jumping into their second game. Cal's still in their first. What are your impressions so far of the game, like this match?
So I think it says a lot that UCLA is still maintaining a lead despite having to spend a lot more time in the waiting lobby than California has. As you said, UCLA now in their second game, and they've played a lot less minutes so far, and they're still up by a kill. So even though they aren't getting as much game time, it's clear that they're taking a lot more advantage of it than California is. Meanwhile, California right now, they're obviously not getting as many kills per minute as UCLA seems to be, but they're getting close to this home run territory, which can be an extra 2 bonus runs for them. That absolutely can pay off as it did for UCLA yesterday. So 2 different strategies showing up for both these teams so far. And it's going to be interesting to see which one pays off for them in the long run.
Well, UCLA is going to drop pretty quick, so that wasn't, that definitely wasn't the best way to drop. We've seen them do that yesterday too. I think they had a couple fast gulags, but I believe they performed pretty well in the gulag, right, guys? Like of all the teams that we watched yesterday, I think they were one of the stronger competitors in the gulag.
Yeah, UCLA actually statistically our best team in the gulag yesterday, winning the highest percentage of their 1v1s. California, they had their fair chances in the gulag too, but were not able to take advantage of it nearly as much as UCLA was. Just more evidence as to how quick gulag matchups are. As UCLA, proving our point, they go and get another quick gulag, and they're able to get back into this match. Still pretty early into it. There's still going to be a lot of loot around, and they're still going to be able to take advantage of some teams early on.
One of the things I noticed too is, UCLA has really good game sense, man. Like their game sense is like, he peeked that corner right at the right time as soon as he was coming out, and just instantly connected. Had the the crosshairs lined up to the guy's head. UCLA's game sense yesterday and today has been like just really impressive, and of course on point.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
I just want to say one thing. I know we're talking about game accuracy, and a lot of people say that it's an advantage when you play with a PC. But UCLA, those Bruins are actually playing all on an Xbox, and they're getting that accuracy.
Yeah, well, the console versus PC war has been going on for a really long time, and both definitely have their advantages. With the PC, you're able to get a little bit more precision with your movements, with your aiming especially. However, on consoles, the game offers a little bit of aim assist, and what that means is when you're playing with a controller, you obviously don't have the precision that you do with a mouse and keyboard. So the game actually helps you aim just a tiny amount to make it a little bit more fair, especially in these cross-platform games where players on PC can play against players on Xbox, on PlayStation, etc.
I mean, as long as it evens the playing kind of thing to making sure it's fair for everyone,
Yeah. So I'm totally okay with it. It's just whatever they're more comfortable with. As UCLA getting into another quick fight here right after the redeployment, they're gonna be able to. They're gonna have one or both teammates are going down. They've already had their gulag opportunities. They're not gonna be going back, but it looks like the final member of their squad is able to clean it up. So they'll still be getting those kills. It'll be interesting to see if they decide to stay in this lobby with 2 teammates down. And it looks like
they're going to lose another one. And the score's been updated 9 UCLA to 6 for Cal.
Yeah, so UCLA kind of expanding that lead a little bit. They're going to be heading over to the buy station right now. They have enough money to rebuy one of their players and only need a little bit more to buy back the other. So it does make sense for them to stay in this game, not have to, waste any time in that lobby, try to get a new game going. Meanwhile, California, they're getting really close to that home run territory. Only 66 people left, 63 now actually, left in the game. So 13 more deaths in that lobby, and California will be getting the first home run of this match.
Nice.
And we all know how pivotal those like extra runs
That could be a big deal.
I mean, you know what happened in the Ohio State game?
Yep.
Not only that, but
Absolutely.
they're very consistent today. Like UCLA, like they're not really like having lulls. Like I feel like Cal did take advantage of when UCLA had to jump back to the lobby. We didn't see Cal make any major moves during that time that really like set them apart. They've caught up slowly, but that's really been over just the last couple of minutes. So we have 30 minutes left. So we have 2/3 of this match left, a little over 2/3 of this match left. And UCLA's in their second game, but like Cal really just started turning it on. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do over the next like 10-15.
Yeah, and UCLA, they're getting shot at from behind. They have a bounty coming after them, actually. So they're going to be trying to defend against that.
Did he mark
Meanwhile-
himself as a high value target?
No, just another team picked up a bounty contract and
Oh,
got them, and they are threat
California is
level
so
red
close
right
to
now.
that home run. 3 people away from the home run for California for the Cals.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if California goes for this bounty target that they have just to their west, or if they decide to pull back and wait a little bit to ensure that they get into that home run territory.
And we have 30 minutes left right now. UCLA just got updated to 12-9 for Cal.
Accurate shot right there.
Yeah,
Both of these teams have been nasty with the accuracy, both yesterday
Wow.
and today.
yeah. No, if I'm on that right side of the bracket, if I'm Virginia Tech or Michigan, I am not looking forward to facing either of these two teams.
Nope.
So I'm going to call it right now. UCLA, Virginia Tech, and I'll eat my words later. I already know this. But like UCLA, Virginia Tech in the final.
All right. Well, they're on the same side of the bracket, so that'd be in the semifinal.
Oh, my
UCLA,
apologies. No, I'm sorry, in the semifinal. That's who's
Yeah.
going to the semifinal. My apologies.
UCLA looks like they're gonna lose their gulag
And
matches, so they're gonna be backing
California
out.
got their home run, guys.
Yep, California.
Got their home run.
There we go.
So they're gonna close up this lead a little bit too, just from that. Not to mention the squads they're currently engaged with, they can get some kills there too. They have one member down, but still 2 up, and they seem to really be in control of this game right now.
Getting their guys up.
They're getting the revive, so they're up to a full squad. They have plenty of armor plates to use.
That's 2 menus now. That's 2 backouts that UCLA has had to do. They're still leading, by the way, but they've had to go back to the menu twice and join new matches.
The score
Yeah.
should be updating any moment now.
In California, they're gonna blow up this truck here. They're gonna get 3 easy kills just like that.
That's awesome.
That was impressive.
They have one teammate go down. He's gonna be heading to the gulag at the fighting in the gas station right now. Flashman goes
Getting
out
pushed,
from
looks like.
Pukao. They're gonna be pressing
Ooh,
up.
there we go.
They're engaging. That's
Fast
a team
connection.
wipe for them. Yep.
That was midair, too. He connected his head midair. That was impressive.
So
That's
great
impressive.
aiming, great game sense here from California. Still in their first game too. Their
Yeah.
lobby's down to 36 players. They're about halfway to a grand slam right now.
Yep.
Should give them another 2 bonus runs on top of the home run they've already gotten.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm anticipating a third tiebreaker tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I'm anticipating.
A third.
I'm saying that California are going to win this match and force UCLA into a tiebreaker tomorrow. That is my prediction right now.
We have our team behind the scenes updating the scores too.
They're now
And,
at 13-15 in Cal's
Yeah,
favor.
California taking the lead back from UCLA. And they're still in this game. They're approaching Grand Slam territory, and they have all 3 of their squad mates up and alive right now.
This is best case scenario going into Grand Slam
Yep.
territory. This is best case scenario. You're heavily
Yeah.
armed. You got like at least 3 or 4 engagements worth of loot, and I mean, there's no sign of stopping. They're
Yeah,
in a good spot in
plenty
the
of
circle.
armor plates. They even have a UAV up right now. And they've spotted out their next victims on the map. They're going to be heading over towards them right now into the circle a little bit.
Would you guys say that California right now is also at home in the chat? Do they feel like they're winning? Are there viewers, are there fans in the chat are showing love to their Bears? Is it a home game for them?
I don't know. It's hard to see. We're gonna have to see some more engagement from the chat representing their schools here. As UCLA, they're gonna be landing right now into Block 18. It looks like as California makes their way through Storage Town, we're gonna be passing some armor plates around to the rest of their squad.
Got some love for UCLA in the chat.
Michael GTV, he's back from yesterday, and he's got his California Bears winning. It's California.
It looks like we have a couple people saying UCLA. We had some TCU fans earlier in the last one.
Don't their mascot all look like bears though?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the hardest logo for me to get behind was the TCU one. But like the
horn frogs.
Yeah, the Horned Frog showed today that they mean business and they are ready
absolutely.
to party.
GCU in that last game having the highest score total of any single round with 47 runs.
Yeah.
California here, they look pretty pinched as they have one teammate down. They're gonna be going for a revive.
For the thirst. Downed him with the kill. Let's see if we can get his teammate up too.
At UCLA, they're getting some kills here. California, they're getting lit up inside of the shack right now. They're getting the revive going, it looks like. Yeah, so they're going to get the revive up as they try to return fire on this bus. That gas is moving in, though. They're in a really great position in between that enemy squad and the safe circle.
Guys, let's do an internal brag right now. Do you think that the Bears will survive to the top 20? I want to hear what the people in the chat say. I want to see, do you guys think they'll survive in their current lobby to their top 20 and get a Grand Slam? Yes or no?
That's a good brag.
They're in good position right now as they're really laying into the squad, forcing them against. They're going to get it down here. They're going to get a finish with that gas as well, it appears.
So I love the idea of doing some brags live on, because obviously like we're busy casting, so we can't jump in and do brags with them. So let's I'll say yeah, I think they will.
I think they will too. They're pushing this enemy squad heavily right now. They have one teammate go down. It'll be interesting to see if they can get the revive off before that gas comes in. Pukao right now is heavily on the aggressive. He's trying to thirst these kills, and he's going to get one of them. There's still one up for that enemy squad. He's going to end up thirsting that kill. Might have had the self-revive. Meanwhile, they're picking up their fellow squad mate. They're going to have to start making their way into the circle very soon to avoid getting any more damage from this gas.
Now, I really like the idea of doing some live brags. So guys, let's keep that up. Let's do that for the next one too. So everybody at home, you guys can even join that brag. Like, maybe Daniel, you're kind of the king of the rules. You come up with the gamification model behind the scenes, the game master, if you would. How about this? For the next game, let's go through, let's come up with another brag, and then maybe everybody in the chat can make some predictions too. And then we'll figure out, maybe, I don't know, maybe that could be something at the end of the tournament. Maybe it's a Brag House sticker from the merch store available below the live stream. We'll figure that out. But let's see if we can get the chat involved too and do some live brags while we're on the air.
I
definitely like that idea.
I like that.
Absolutely. At UCLA, they got one in the gulag right now, two in them, and he's gonna get the kill in there. Fresh Fart waiting his turn. He's gonna be hopping in right now. California, meanwhile, they've still got their whole squad up with only 32 people left in this lobby. They're quickly approaching. We're gonna look over at UCLA right now, playing conservatively. He's gonna get that gulag kill too. So UCLA not going away by any means.
Nice.
Getting two clutch kills in that gulag.
Guys, I don't know if you're noticing, but the number of survivors for the Bears lobby is almost always staying at par at 30, 31, 32. Everyone drops down, their teams, those other teams or other squads are just reviving their people. Yep. It's gonna be tough for them to get that Grand Slam.
It is, and as you say that, it drops down to 30, and California is able to get it down. doesn't look like they'll be able to get the thirst off as one of their teammates actually gets finished.
Right now,
The gulag in this lobby is closed, so they are not going to have any other chances unless they buy their teammates back in. But they're pretty established in
this late in the game.
It definitely is, and they have a buy station real close to them. So they're in a really great position right now. They're on the edge of the circle. They have a buy station really close by. They have a loadout drop right next to them as well. And they're going to be able to gatekeep a little bit from this hangar that they're in.
And guys, just for what it's worth, it's 17-23. We still have 20 minutes left, guys. So a little over 20 minutes left. A lot can happen in 20 minutes. Today we saw a tie happen. First time in Braghouse Esports history, we had a tie-breaking game where we had to have an extended period of play. That was a big one. I was on the edge of my seat. Now we're having
winning extra innings.
Both dropping fire. Both of these teams have had multiple runs where they are dropping 4 or 5 points really quickly. This can change rapidly, multiple times back and forth over the next 20 minutes.
California, they're getting close. Only 2 people away, but they have 2 members of their squad down. Pukao is able to get the thirst on the guy who killed his teammate. It'll be interesting to see.
And he got their Grand Slam.
He's top 20. California hits the Grand Slam. It'll be interesting to see if he decides to stay in this game, try and get any last-second kills. I personally would if I were him. He's been playing great so far. But as I say that, he's finished, and they're going to be... That was the first lobby of their game. That took up the first 25 minutes of game time for California, and they were able to get a ton of kills, hitting the Grand Slam, as well as a bunch of kills. It's a lot of runs for those guys there in that one game.
That's definitely 2 different kind of contrasting styles of play, Ryan. We see one, the long-term, the slower play, the more methodical. Don't get me wrong, they were hunting. But they had 1 Grand Slam, 1 match over the first 25 minutes. Now, UCLA, I believe this is their 5th or 6th drop.
Oh my God! Did you see that snipe from UCLA?
And that's how they're still. That's how they're still contending, even though they keep having to go back to the lobby. They're losing 2 to 3 minutes every single time, but they come back in and they do that. So, how do you feel now about those 2 different strategies between seeing the long-term play, where they play it out for the Grand Slam, they play methodical, and then the run and gun style where you're just rapidly getting fast shots like that with high accuracy? Now that we've kind of seen it together in one match, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, UCLA, they definitely have the talent, but looking at the scores right now, it seems like California's strategy has just been working out better for them. I'm going to try and get an update of these scores.
Right now, yeah, 27 California, 23 UCLA.
Yeah, California up 4, having only played 1 game.
Guys, think about it this way. We're only 26 minutes in. I actually think that the Bears have a chance to go higher in terms of runs than TCU in their previous game. If they keep this momentum, they're going to pass TCU with 47 runs.
Yeah, they're on fire right now.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see if California decides to go for another Grand Slam or...
Getting hit bad by the circle.
Yeah, the circle here, that's tough for UCLA here.
Getting dropped by another player, it looks like.
He's pretty close, though. He'll be able to crawl back into safety. He's getting revived here by his teammate. They're gonna be taking some damage, but
vulnerable as well.
Yeah, but they finished the squad that they were attacking, so they should have a little breathing room here.
And they're also getting close to a home run, guys.
They are only 11 deaths away as California is about to enter their next game. They're going to be dropping in soon. I love the matching uniforms there.
Yeah, I like that. I like that little effect. I think that's the first team that we've seen where they made sure the whole team was all swagged out together.
Yeah, so I noticed that yesterday too, and I thought that was definitely
California dripping the swag to victory, 27-23 over UCLA. Under 20 minutes left. It could be anybody's game, guys. This is very quickly, it's heating up. I think both teams they're definitely on the hunt. Cal's jumping into a fresh game where UCLA is hunting.
And the numbers are dropping, guys. The numbers are dropping in the lobby for the Bruins.
Yeah, UCLA only 6 kills away.
Let's see.
I just went up a little bit.
From getting that home run.
Just went up a little bit. A couple people were revived.
A couple people revived, so we're back up to 58. But still, they have all 3 members of their squad up, and they have that sniper out. They're taking shots. They're taking shots, and they're hitting. They needed to get that headshot there for the 1-hit kill, but wasn't able to connect.
Now, this would be the second long distance like quick snipe he's made. I have no doubt that he can connect that shot. I'm just wondering,
Yeah.
20 minutes left, you're down by 1. Is that is not the play style I'd be going with. I would not be trying to snipe right now. I'd be trying to drop, on top of a hospital or somewhere inside the circle, the busiest spot inside the circle.
Absolutely, and they're
There
going to
we
get
go.
into a fight
There we
right
go.
here. That's a down.
RPG, that's a third party. I believe there's a third party upstairs.
No, I think it was through the window.
Okay, that was his teammate.
Yeah. But he did go down. He didn't die immediately, which means he does have squad
He does
mates
have
up and
somebody
around
nearby.
somewhere. So as UCLA goes hunting for them, California, they're going to be dropping into scrapyard or boneyard, excuse me.
Now, guys, our
they're-
up-to-date score: UCLA 26, Cal 27. So this game is heating up and it's getting closer. The gap has been narrowed to a 1-point lead for California.
Katrina getting real heated despite winning that gift card earlier. Real heated in the chat.
And
Wow, Katrina's getting
UCLA hits their home run.
Nice.
So that's going to be another 2 runs. That should put them in the lead, I believe. When
Yep,
those
our
our
team probably
team.
gonna update any second now, but I believe they have a 2-run advantage.
hmm
Let's
Meanwhile,
see.
California, they're sitting back a little bit. They're playing a little bit more conservative in this boneyard right now, and their
Matt, what
squad
do you
is
see
really
as,
spread out. They could be in a tough situation.
Matt, what do you see as the final score at the moment?
Final score, let's say 30...
Well, scoring score, not final score.
Okay.
my bad.
Wow, incredible play there by Pukao.
Daniel?
Yeah, I'm
Incredible play for Pukao. He's able to get the squad wipe despite both of his teammates being killed. So they're going to be heading to the gulag. Pukao able to kind of save that a little bit for California. That could have been a dire situation for them were they all to go down.
Absolutely. I'm seeing 29 for UCLA, 27 for Cal. Maybe 38. It was like the final score for UCLA. I don't know. I can see them do. I mean, it's 15 minutes. It's a third of the match. Like a few minutes ago, we were talking about like 21-19. A few minutes before that, I think we were talking to like 4-6. Like the game's moving fast. Anything could happen in the next couple minutes.
Totally.
So, we see UCLA. They're in a great position right here because they're gatekeeping. They're going to get a team wipe as that storm's pushing in. Meanwhile, California, Pukao's up. Both of their players win their gulag matches, so they're going to be going for kills. Pukao's going to get an easy one right here.
That's a freebie and some cash on him.
Yep.
West of
So,
Worlds.
he's
Now,
going to get
you mentioned
pinned
something
down.
interesting, Ryan, the gatekeeping. So I noticed that, that's a strategy we haven't seen a lot of teams do is, like goaltending on the circle guys for everyone at home. If you're not familiar, let's say you're just a college sports fan, you're not familiar with Warzone at all. There's a giant cloud that moves in on the match. If you get stuck in it, it's bad news. You get a lot of damage done to your character. So you want to move in. What players will do, especially players who are looking to rack up kills as fast as possible, they may decide that what they want to do is, sit and wait in the back. So as people are pushing in, trying to avoid that smoke, you get those kills. That was the first time I really think I've seen a team utilize that as a strat.
Yeah.
And, it worked out well for them.
California and UCLA have both been doing it throughout this game, and that's a big reason why these are two of the most successful teams we have in the tournament. It's a shame that they had to be playing each other in the first round.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see them not. And I mean, like, granted, we're seeing how it works both different styles between like the run and gun and the long-term play. Now it seems like they're both kind of going, I guess they're going back to a new lobby right now, it looks like, right?
Well, so UCLA, they just had one member down, and that's 2. They have one guy.
Nope, that's it.
Yep,
Yeah, that's it. So
it.
they're back to the lobby with only 13 minutes left, guys.
Yep,
Cal's
and
still
they're
in the game.
just barely missing out on that Grand Slam too. There were only, I think, 32 people left in that
2
match.
people away.
Yeah, so that's kind of crushing. It's 2 runs that are probably going to be a difference maker in this match. UCLA missing out on giving California a little bit of an opening here too, as they're in a game with still plenty of people left. And they're chasing hard after this bounty contract. They have one squad mate down, but with the level of talent that California has on their squad, I have no doubt that they are going to be able to handle this pretty easily even with just 2 players.
I think you said it, Matt Ryan. It's sad that these 2 Pac-12 giants had to play each other in the first round like this.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're at like 30-33. This could be a second game that goes into extra innings. We saw that earlier today. The first game of the day, like that was a great way to start. That was a lot of energy. Seeing a tie is, that's always crazy. So we had some extra innings. They had 5 extra minutes on the clock. Very easily, I could see this game doing the exact same thing, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. In California here, they are hunting right now. They are looking out, and I think they just discovered where this enemy squad is that they have this bounty out for. They have plenty of time on the bounty contract, so they're not really in any rush. But it looks like they're gonna move in, and they see him, and they've just backed themselves into team-wide. He had just backed himself into a corner there.
I mean, honestly, if you're not armed that well and you're by yourself, that wasn't a bad strat. For these guys, I don't know if going after a single guy is gonna end up being worth it.
Yeah, I'm sure they thought that there would be more of the squad there. So a little unlucky for them, but at this point, I'm sure they will take any runs that they can get as they see an ATB moving on by. And what that did allow them to do is it gave them enough money to go redeploy their teammate. So they're going to be going back up into a full squad of 3 as UCLA is just going into a match now.
I think that's going to be huge.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to check, see if we have a score update, and we do. Right now
we have updated score 35-30, Cal's favor. So leading by 5 points, getting a little bit bigger of a spread going.
With just 10 minutes left to California. This game already getting close to this scores that they had yesterday. Yesterday it was 39-36 UCLA. We're at 35-30 California and UCLA with 10 minutes left still.
And they're definitely, their skills are a lot sharper this time.
Yeah, I think all day today we've seen a huge progress uptick from what we saw yesterday from every single team on both, winners and losers. From yesterday to today, we saw every team step it up. Yeah, TCU coming out swinging. I mean, I think they made themselves a big, I think today's action so far for me would definitely have to be that, the extra innings that we saw in game 1. But TCU has to be my most impressive performance I've seen today.
Absolutely, 47 kills, 8 more kills than the next closest team so far in this tournament. But it looks like California and UCLA both have a chance to really challenge that title for high score this game.
Absolutely.
And so an interesting strategy here by California. They're doing a lot of looting right now, just hanging out in Boneyard. They're picking up a bounty contract, so we might see them go for that soon. But they're wasting a lot of time here just running around Boneyard looking for more supplies.
Now there is, guys, 10 minutes, actually less than 10 minutes. We're at 9 minutes, 25 seconds left in this match. Cal's finding a helicopter. Who knows if they're going to use it? It's probably C4 bait, if you want my opinion. They're leading by 5. I don't know if now is the time to be jumping 3 people into a helicopter in this close to the game.
Well, it is going to allow them to get to their bounty contract pretty quickly. UCLA, meanwhile, all 3 of them going down in a sort of ambush. They're heading to the Gulag where Fresh gets his Gulag kill. So, putting in a little bit of work to start digging into this California lead right now. UCLA is going to have to do a lot, though, to overcome and bring it back and clinch the series here.
Let's keep in mind one thing, actually. The Bears are not too far away at all from a home run. They already have a grand slam from the previous run, and I feel like they're gonna get to the home run this time.
And helicopter mishaps there.
Not what you want to see.
They're gonna be in a tough spot.
Did you see what took them down there?
Yeah, they were under pretty heavy fire and they ended up crashing into the building next.
That's what I thought it was. Okay, cool. I thought it was them crashing, not being shot down. I thought it was still operating when it crashed.
Yeah. So they have one teammate up still. The other Pukal right now trying to tag the enemies for him.
See, that's that team strategy. That's the exact kind of stuff I was talking about earlier. We didn't see a lot of that in the last tournament when it was the one-person operation. We saw a lot of lone wolfing. This time we're seeing that deeper team strat of all right, I might be going down, but I'm going to tag this guy to make sure that you still get the kill so we stay in the game.
Absolutely. And, both UCLA, they're going to be heading, they're not even going to choose to take or UCLA, they're back in the main lobby. I actually missed what happened to them there. But California, they have one Gulag opportunity for the squad. This could be big. If Pukal is able to win this, get redeployed into the game with just 67 people left, he could probably survive in the home run territory.
Yep. And Ryan, for your question, I actually heard the Bruins squad, the UCLA squad, saying, "Let's just get out. Let's get into a new match. Let's just get into a new lobby." So I think they had like some sort of like an issue reviving their teams or getting back into the main. So they said, let's just not waste any additional time and go back and go into a new one.
Yeah, and use California right here, Pukao. He has got the advantage
There
over
we go.
his opponent in the Gulag,
Fast Gulag
just
victory.
pressuring him nonstop and able to take the kill. He's going to get redeployed, and he's going to have, there's only
6
9
minutes.
players left.
6 minutes,
At-
45
at the
seconds.
lead now.
Right now,
At the
UCLA
lead.
is still in the menu.
Yeah, they're just now
Just now
getting in.
back in.
Yeah, just now getting into a lobby. And I think Pukao knows exactly what he's got to do here. He's deployed his parachute really early. He's just going to hang out in the sky until he can hit this home run. Only 6 kills left for him to hit this home run.
I think that will be the first time we're seeing anyone do this, either this tournament or the previous tournament, staying in the air as much as they can to just get that extra. Well, we didn't do extra.
That's a quick 4 though. That's a big play. That's they say in esports it's a 400 IQ play. He's playing to win. He's playing.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got to be careful of that helicopter lurking below him. But California, this is a really, really smart play. The player count has just jumped back up to 57, so it'll be interesting to see how long he can draw this out, and if it does become worth it to waste his time, especially with only 5 minutes left in this match.
Now, actually, I have a question, both for you and Ryan and Matt. What is the maximum height a helicopter can go up? Would that be an interesting strategy if someone just waited in the air in the helicopter to just chop off people as they jumped in?
I've done that. Yeah, I've done that. I've actually won matches just by hovering in the helicopter until the circle is so tiny that you just drop it on whoever's below you. Helicopter's a big strategy play.
That's how I won my first Call of Duty Warzone match. Is just hung out in a helicopter, and then once the final circle was closed, it was out in the open. Jumped out the helicopter, deployed my parachute, and the helicopter rained down and crashed on everyone else in the circle, and I ended up winning. But it looks like Pukao has had enough of this. Only 53 people left. He's dropped down. He's gonna.
Why wait that long just to get impatient then?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Maybe he saw something. Maybe it's an opportunity to get more kills.
Maybe, yeah. He has that helicopter there, but he just hit home run territory. He just hit the top 50, so it looks like he's going to be backing out.
There we go.
So worked out really well for California here. Got that Gulag run plus the 2 additional runs from the home run. A high IQ play for California where every run is making the difference in this game.
And we're looking at 36-30 is the latest score right now. We're still getting updated with the home run. But guys, Cal is pulling ahead. They are full steam ahead. There's no stopping them. They're back in the menu. They're jumping back in. They are doing extremely advanced strat plays. I don't think we've seen a single team in this entire tournament think of the game strategy around the rules the exact same way. These guys are thinking outside of the box and how to bend the rules the best they can while still following them. Yep. Really smart from Cal's team.
Yeah,
really,
but UCLA right now, they're putting on the pressure. They're in a game and they're getting kills right now. They just completed a bounty, so there's going to be some extra money for them as well.
I know.
3 minutes left, guys.
That was a smart strategy for Pukao to get that home run, but
it's giving UCLA an opportunity here to just make up the difference in kills straight up. You see
Hail Mary RPG. They're going for it, man. They're reaching.
UCLA, they have 1 player in the Gulag, which actually could be advantageous. Gives them another opportunity at a kill. Meanwhile, they're going to be pushing this squad right here. They have
this is not what you want to happen right now.
Fresh is going to be pushing up, trying to
last man alive for a squad too.
Anything he can to get some kills here. Not let this lobby go to waste.
I actually think that they really need that kill in the Gulag too.
Here we go.
Oh, and UCLA, Fresh, he gets the team wipe. Yep. So that'll be big for them. So he'll be able to stay alive, let his teammates have their chance in the Gulag, and they're going to win one of their Gulag matches as well.
Cal dropping back in right now, 9-point lead. They're dropping back into a fresh game, so it's going to be interesting. They do have enough time to get some points on the board and try to separate themselves a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I
They're
thought
gonna
UCLA was
have
going to go for the bye.
2.5 minutes left here. Yeah, one of their players lose the gulag, but they have plenty of money to buy him back in. And it looks like that's what they're going to be doing here.
Right now.
And California, they're dropping in quickly. They're going hot. They're examining another really smart play here. They're watching to see where everyone else drops. Hopefully, probably to drop into a highly populated area. They know not a lot of time is left, only 2 minutes. Looks like they're going to just be trying to find anywhere they can to get quick kills.
Now,
And
guys,
honestly,
we are 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. We got 39, 230. Cal is still winning. Anything can happen. There's crates dropping. They just got a supply drop. UCLA is being business. They could still easily pull this out.
Yep, and California dropping onto another squad right here on the rooftop.
Going for the fire.
They get one.
He
Almost got it
finish.
down.
Did he get
No,
the kill?
they didn't get the finish, I don't believe. But they're all going to be heading to the gulag. But this honestly is a good strategy in itself.
Yep.
Because now with only a minute and a half left, this is a guaranteed opportunity with good guns to get some kills. Yeah.
Yep.
3 possible frags coming out of this. Let's see what
Uh-huh.
happens.
They only have a 4-run advantage right now.
Yeah, so Pukao, he's tossing his tactical out, that flash grenade. Doesn't connect. Goes prone and catches his
Wow,
opponent
there you
just
go.
as he ducks for cover. So that's 1 kill,
Wow.
1 run added to the California total right there.
Guys, right now we are
Huge
1
kill.
minute. There's 52 seconds left. We're at 39, 35. California's favor. UCLA fresh in the gulag. This could still very easily, very, very easily end up being a tie.
Yeah, so UCLA, he's going into the gulag. Fresh is going to the gulag right now. Only 40 seconds. Hopefully he gets in soon. He has 2 rounds before he fights. Meanwhile, Pukao is dropping back in for California. The other California member did not win his gulag, so neither of them did actually. So now it's only Pukao representing California. They don't have enough time to back out and enter a new game with only 15 seconds left. Can Pukao get any more kills? Widen this gap between them and UCLA. He's desperately searching, can't
There we
find any.
go.
Meanwhile,
What's the
Fresh
time?
is
What's
in
the
and he
time?
gets a kill in the gulag just as time expires.
Now,
So we're gonna-
enough.
Hey,
Let's wait for the
guys.
scores to do final
Time
updates.
is over.
Yeah, we're gonna.
41-36, California's favor.
The time is probably.
So yeah, we're
That
gonna
looks like a final score.
we're gonna give our guys behind the scenes some opportunities to fill these scores in, but we know just watching UCLA, no way they could have closed that 5-run gap in that last minute. So yeah, final score 41-37. California forces a game 3 to be played tomorrow.
Third game 3.
But guys,
You know,
I
that's
want
what
to.
we want to see, though. We want to see the competition.
Yeah.
We want to see the suspense. You know, I'm hyped for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be... Think about the energy of tomorrow. We're going to have 3 games that are going to be like finishing up a tie. One game has something to prove still. The other game is going to have something to like a chip to get off their shoulder after a loss, after they could have easily had it wrapped up on day 2.
Yeah, so California, they a phenomenal game by both teams. UCLA, those 37 runs are more than enough to beat most of their opponents, but just not California, not today. California, the second team of this tournament to break that 40-point barrier. The only other team, TCU, in their game earlier today with 47 runs. A phenomenal showing by both these teams. And I want to shout out particularly for UCLA. Fresh had 21 runs individual.
Wow.
21 runs. So that right there, over half of his team's runs, the highest run total we've had of any individual player so far this tournament. A really incredible performance by him, but only got 3 runs from his teammate Cam, which was not enough. And guys, I gotta say, you know what the difference maker in this one was again today? California had one
That's
Grand
right.
Slam.
Yeah.
California had 1 Grand Slam and UCLA had none. Those
Well,
right there are the 4 bonus runs.
California had a grand slam and a home run.
Yeah, and UCLA only had 1 home run.
But that Grand Slam right there represents the 4 points that California won by.
Exactly.
So like, that just
Exactly.
shows that long-term play strat is definitely a viable one. For all you run and gun heroes of last tournament and who still have to play today, that's a lesson right there. You know, they definitely they set the tone early and they played slow, methodical, but they played it out and they went for the Grand Slam. And that, at the end of the day, is the exact difference that gave them the W today, guaranteeing a Game 3 tomorrow to finish that tie. That was strong, guys. That was really strong. I think that California did really, really well there.
No, California, and I said it at the beginning, they looked like I'm not going to say a new team because they played, great yesterday as well, but they looked ready for revenge, and they came out and they got today. UCLA and California are strong teams.
Guys, I don't know if you remember, but do you remember what my prediction was?
I didn't.
I said I'm seeing a third tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I thought you predicted UCLA.
Nah,
I think he did. I think he did say that it's gonna be the third tied.
Daniel did say California. I did say UCLA.
There we go. Yeah, I see exactly, guys. Exactly like last time. Every time I call it out, I jinx it. So that was the end of that game. Game 3 of our afternoon. We still have one more game that we're bringing to you guys live. If you're just now joining us, it's not too late to still win some big prizes today. You guys can go right over to the website, thebraghouse.com, and fill out your daily brag. It's going to be right there in the top corner. It's going to be right next to the bracket. And if you missed filling out the bracket, we have another tournament starting in just a few weeks. Something really cool that Brag House has done that Lavelle was mentioning earlier and yesterday. It's an all-women's gaming esports tournament brought to you by the Brag House. They're going to have some huge celebrity co-hosts that are going to be a surprise. Can't announce who. I don't even know yet, but if it's anything like their last one, it's going to be obviously a big athlete. Make sure you guys are staying up to date, so follow us. We have a few minutes until the next game starts, so you guys have more than enough time to get that daily brag done. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on IG. Make sure you guys are up to date because next time you guys don't want to miss it because that's really the biggest chance to win some actual hard cash in your wallet is going to be going to the website, filling out the bracket before that soccer tournament starts. Hundreds and hundreds of people just in the first couple hours that the bracket for this tournament was open, it got rushed. All the different students at different schools all rushed to it. Now, that being said, we keep it open. It's not a limited thing. But once the tournament starts, the brackets are cut off. So right now, best way to win, daily brag. But make sure you're following us so you can enter the next bracket for the tournament that starts in just 2 weeks. If you're not in there, you're going to regret it when you see that cash go home with somebody else. So, Lavelle, Daniel, you guys, obviously the hosts of the tournament, executives of the Brag House, you guys are really the masterminds behind making all of this possible. How do you guys feel about the tournament so far? How do you guys feel like this is going?
This is going amazing. I mean, better than we could have actually expected. The competition is just intense. And for people who appreciate competitive sports, I mean, this is exactly what we wanted to see. So we're very happy. This is awesome.
Absolutely. Daniel, what are your thoughts?
Dude, I like the turnout for this tournament, like seeing how much pride like these schools have and like the support like these gamers have from like their communities is absolutely incredible. Absolutely. Now
I'm really excited for our last game of the afternoon. Ryan, what are your thoughts going into game 4? What are you looking forward to? What are you expecting to see from these guys?
Well, so yesterday this was by far our most lopsided game of the day. Michigan earned their way into the tournament by beating UVA. And they used a really interesting strategy too, where they would hot drop onto the roof of Superstore every single match, get as many kills as they could, go to the gulag, and then back out. And that just did not work against a strong team of Virginia Tech led by Freedom J. Freedom J himself over the 45 minutes
dropping points yesterday.
Dropped a ton of points. The second highest point total among any player that day, and he single-handedly would have outscored Michigan. But I don't think Michigan is out of it by any means. I think if they've been watching the other teams play today, they had the advantage of going last. They can pick up some really good strategies, see how California and TCU were able to just rack up points, and if they can perform as a team, they should be able to give Virginia Tech a run for their money. Virginia Tech, despite having one of the most talented players in the tournament, aren't a super well-rounded team. Freedom J had more than both of his teammates combined in terms of runs as well. So it'll be interesting to see if Freedom J can kind of carry Virginia Tech to another win today against Michigan. And then even more, if that same kind of play style, that same kind of heavy load by Freedom J will work against more talented teams like California or UCLA, one of whom they're going to be facing, they would theoretically face in the second round.
Yeah, one of the big things I think for me, honestly, was seeing, Freedom J yesterday, he brought it so hard. And one of the things I think we're about to see is, he last tournament, every single day progressed as a player individually last, tournament. So I think that what we're about to see right now, I think will be the most action-packed game of the day. If it's anything like BT's chat last game, it's going to be lit. So if you guys are huge Michigan fans, let us know before this next game starts, guys. Let us know that you're a huge, huge Michigan fan. If you're a VT fan, I have no doubt you're going to let us know. But make sure you let the Michigan fan know that the Hokies are here.
So, Matt, we saw Michigan in the pre-qualifier, and I swear to God, one of the comments were, yo, how can we throw hands in the chat? And I was like, Michigan is going to come out so hard. But I didn't see Michigan fans show up.
I mean, I think that, I think that the Hokies are going to show up. The Hokies were definitely here yesterday. I think Michigan's definitely going to be bringing it today. Honestly, guys, if it's up to me, I think that Freedom J is probably going to bring this home. Freedom J is probably going to win it.
Wow.
But who knows? We're gonna find out. I don't. If anything, maybe I jinxed it. Maybe it'll give the other team a chance. Who knows?
That's why we play the games,
right? We thought it was going to be quick wins. Yesterday, coming in today, I think we thought, or at least I can say my assumption was that it was going to be some really quick wins. What we ended up seeing was we're going into tomorrow with 3 ties that need to decide the series. So who knows what's going to happen in game number 4. Now, Daniel, I love the fact, you can do the brags on the website. You guys have the mobile app experience to do the brags. It's all about the micro brags. So I'd love for you to keep that going. What is your micro brag you want to go with to do our brag for the game 4?
So I was trying to think about what we can do for VT versus Michigan, and I think I came up with a brag that's going to be really interesting. And we don't have to put a name to what it is, but who do you think is going to have the lowest specific gamer with the lowest score? So we have 3 gamers per team, right? We have 3 gamers per squad, that is. Between each of those teams, which one do you think will have the gamer with the lowest scores, with the lowest number of runs, that is?
Ooh. Which team or which individual play?
Which individual?
Oh,
that's a hard one, man.
Wait, so do you mean which team will have the individual?
Yes, which team will have the individual with the lowest?
Okay.
I feel more comfortable saying Michigan now.
Really? Okay, I'm going to go Virginia Tech here. I think that Freedom J is going to have a ton of kills in his own right.
So I'll say this, guys, just so you know, in the round 1, Virginia Tech had the gamer with the lowest kills, with the lowest runs. So you never know. It's a really good brag because you think of Virginia Tech perhaps being a better team because they won, but it doesn't necessarily mean that individually they have the strongest gamers.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no, I agree. I'm gonna say that I think Virginia Tech is gonna have be the team with the lower scores this game.
So what I'm going to ask everyone in the chat right now, if you want to participate in the brag, simply write down either Michigan or VT. Who do you think will have which team would you think will have the single gamer with the lowest number of runs at the end of the match? Write it down in the chat right now, either Michigan or VT, and we'll give you guys a gift card for winning, either a gift card or some sort of a prize for winning the brag. So go ahead and participate in the chat right now, and we're going to take the record of your responses.
So this is what
even Dawson's saying VT's gonna have the player with the lowest score.
I mean, if Dawson really meant that, then he just wants to win that prize.
he's going for the win. Protruding Juan saying Michigan. We have a lot of VT love. Or I guess I don't know if you call that love. I don't really know. I mean, I guess a lot of people want to win the prize. That's what it comes down to.
Yo, Ryan, Amelia's back in our chat. She
Oh,
went to
gosh.
last time, dude.
Yeah, Amelia is stirring it up. Stirring it up. But it's all right.
whoever in the chat for VT, I said do not go after Amelia because she was ready to throw hands.
Oh, she just said it right now. She said ready to throw hands. Right in the chat. She's ready.
All right, and we got just 2 minutes, a little under 2
Getting
minutes
stuck-
before.
getting very close. Good transition. We got both teams now are live, so they are ready to go.
They're
Hey.
waiting for the announcement.
And Daniel, real quickly, can you
That's about how is this baseball? Do you want to address that in the chat, Ryan or Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel, you got this one.
Sorry, I missed what you
Someone
guys
I'll
asked-
said.
tell you what, here, if you guys don't mind, I'll tie it in real quick just because I saw it. How this is tied to baseball, the Bragg House ended up doing the perfect hybrid. So everyone's stuck at home. The Bragg House, Daniel, Lavelle, you guys are tech innovators. You guys saw an opportunity to give everybody March Madness, give everybody the College World Series from the comfort of their house in the middle of a world crisis. What you guys did was innovate. Daniel, I don't know how you came up with the rules to make baseball fit into esports. This is something that no other company has ever done. How did you come up with that?
I'm not taking credit for it. It was an actual team effort. Like our entire family, our entire Bragg House family, we really brainstormed and thought and like really came up with like different ways of how baseball can be incorporated, which will be in a very unique way for Call of Duty. And we did a lot of different variations, and we came up with the conclusions for the current system that really made the most sense, where it still feels like very Call of Duty without overcomplicating the rule system, and have everyone be able to follow in a very quick explanation as we go along with the stream.
Absolutely. Now you guys did the same thing for
Ben
basketball.
Short, welcome back, Ben.
Oh, Ben Short's back. So welcome back. He actually won yesterday. He won one of the brags yesterday, or one of the gift cards yesterday. So Daniel, you guys did this now for March Madness basketball. You guys are doing it for baseball. You guys announced yesterday you guys are also planning to do it for soccer. The Bragg House, you guys started as a hub for college sports, right?
Correct.
Perfect. So that's awesome. I mean, we've seen that college love, we've seen that college spirit jumping into our game 4, which absolutely, literally right now just started. Both teams are jumping in. We're seeing the game clock start as of right now because both games literally just jumped into their first official go. So they are looking at 50 seconds and 30 seconds in until they are in a match that counts. They're both in their warm-up. 45 minutes, 21 seconds on the board, everybody. I'm excited for this game, guys. Freedom J, our all-star celebrity, if you would, versus guys who are coming here, definitely look very, warmed up before, just watching their screens, watching the practice. They definitely look like they came ready to play today.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you guys in the chat that weren't here yesterday, Virginia Tech took a overpowering dub over Michigan, 33-17. Virginia Tech with a grand slam for 4 bonus runs. So it'll be interesting to see if Michigan's able to kind of, take a step back, take a breather, run some strategies, and make up for that performance yesterday.
Now, one of the things that I noticed yesterday is that Freedom J, I think nonstop the whole game, kind of was just dropping point after point after point after point. I really want to hear from Daniel, Lavelle. What are y'all's thoughts? Who do you guys think is? We have 3 series deciding games tomorrow that I don't know if you guys thought, I didn't think were going to happen. Now we have 3 tiebreakers tomorrow. Do you guys want to make any predictions as the Bragg House execs walking into game 4?
I want to go back and say, just again, like baseball, just like the actual College World Series, best out of 3. 3 out of the 4 teams so far came back. So I would love to see a game 3 tomorrow at Virginia Tech. I'm gonna call Virginia Tech just is gonna win today too. But if they lose today, I'm excited to see the game tomorrow.
Now, if Freedom J would play for Michigan, would you have said Michigan?
Probably.
Okay, that's fair. That's
So,
fair.
I do want to say that yesterday I'm not putting anything in Ryan's any words in Ryan's mouth, but he said if Freedom J breaks his thumbs or something like that, Michigan might have a chance to win. So
Okay, I'll knock on wood. I'll knock on wood for that.
Yeah.
Did you
No,
guys
but
wish
I'm
Freedom
actually
J
gonna
break
cheer
his
for
fingers?
Michigan. I'm gonna cheer for Michigan.
It's gotten
'cause I
so
wanna see a
violent.
I want to see a fourth tiebreaker tomorrow. So I'm all Michigan right now.
For the sake of the love of the game and the competition, I will say I want to see Michigan win too, only so we get a fourth game tomorrow. That's just
Yep.
more entertainment for
I
us.
have to say, this is exactly like we were in March Madness when I was the only one holding down Freedom J, and all of you guys were against Freedom J.
Fair weather fan.
That's actually pretty. No, that's not fair to call him a fair. We can't call him a fair weather fan anymore. If that is true,
Ow!
He was with Freedom J from the get go.
Well,
From the
here's
get-go. I will
all
give
I'm
you
gonna
that.
say is right now, Freedom J is downed on the ground, looking for a teammate to come revive him. So when if Freedom J doesn't pull this game out, I'm just curious to see who Lavelle will be rooting for then.
He's gonna be wearing a Michigan jersey tomorrow.
Got that revive, guys.
Yeah, so breaking
Michigan
it
is
to the
down.
gameplay right now, Michigan looks like they're all going to be heading to the Gulag right now. They got 2 in the Gulag. Excuse me, yeah, all 3 in the Gulag right now. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech, they have 1 in the Gulag, 2 up. Freedom J having a tough time at military base right now. But he gets one of his kills confirmed. That's going to be adding to his run total right there. He's pressing hard up against this enemy squad. His teammate's going to go down and get thirsted. Low on ammo, though.
Now we do have kills coming in, guys. They will get confirmed and then added. As you guys can see, Freedom J dropping it like it's nothing, effortless and humble. That's one of I think all of our favorite things about this guy. Highly skilled player, highly humble about how amazing he is at the game. But we see him dropping some kills, so we're gonna see that score update here in just a second as they confirm it in the back end. Looks like Michigan has 1 confirmed point. We're updating VT.
Yep,
As
Michigan
we
just
speak.
won a Gulag right there too. So
Yep.
they're gonna have 1 guy respawn. They have another one in the Gulag right now too, pushing up hard on that left side and predicting
Nice.
where his opponent's gonna push. Gets that headshot and he's gonna be back as well. They just have 1 more in the Gulag. That's just some quick, easy kills for Michigan.
So the
A
updated
good start to this
score right
game.
now is 3 Virginia Tech to 2 Michigan. So Virginia Tech is in the lead by 1 point as of right now.
As Blue Hailstorm, an interesting strategy here. He's landing at prison. It looks like he's gonna get into this helicopter. Haven't seen a lot of this throughout the tournament, but a strong strategy in its own right. Meanwhile, Freedom J, he's still at military base with his 1 teammate up. His Virginia Tech teammate is going to have lost his Gulag match, so they're going to have to try and find a buy station. They have enough money to buy him back in. Or actually, they're $100 short, which should not be too hard to find. They're going to probably start making their way in towards the circle and in towards a buy station to get their teammate back and refill up to a squad of 3.
You see he is flying, man. Like that's one thing I like about Freedom J is he never really wastes time. I don't think I've seen him both tournaments. I don't think I've really seen him slow down and play slow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, for everyone
And,
asking if you can donate in the chat, there is actually a donate button below the stream. The best way to support the Bragg House just to see more tournaments happen, there's a subscribe button right there. If you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, it doesn't even cost you anything. You get 1 subscription per month for free. You can drop it right there using that beautiful purple button, and that's an awesome way to show love to the Bragg House. And it helps us validate that the community wants to see more of this kind of content. You guys want to see more esports come out of the Bragg House. We're happy to give it to you, but we want to hear it from you guys. So if you want to support it, we really, really appreciate that, guys. Everyone asking, are you on other socials? Absolutely. Go down below. You guys can check right below the stream on our panels. We have a window where you can go over to our store. Check out all of our social. There's a link to our Instagram, our YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You guys blow it up everywhere, and you guys drop different content on every hub, which I think is a really cool, different approach to, most brands just kind of repost everything. You guys are always dropping different things on different platforms, so it's cool.
So Michigan right now, a tough start to the game for them. Looks like they're going to be backing out, heading into the lobby right now with just 4 runs to their name. Meanwhile, Freedom J, he's going to have he's going to win his Gulag match and get redeployed. The only one on his squad alive, though, so it'll be interesting to see if he decides to back out of this lobby and rejoin with a full squad, or if he's going to continue going for kills. Not really close to that top 50 mark, so not really in home run territory right now. An interesting strategy to stay in this game, but with Freedom J, I guess you never know, never can doubt. Daniel, do you would you mind sharing a little bit about how the scoring works in this tournament?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the main things we heard as feedback from March Madness, where we did like the tournament based on like the single gamer out of 3 gamers for a team, where we took the highest score. We actually aggregate the team's kills right now, and because we want to do it in a baseball fashion, we call those kills runs. And again, because we really wanted to implement like those different effects and different like elements of baseball, we wanted to bring in like what a home run can be and what a grand slam could be. So if 1 or 3 of the squads survive the top 50 gamers in the lobby, they're actually completing a home run that is equal to 2 extra runs. Now, instead of surviving to the last 50, if they survive to the top 20 survivors, that home run is actually being converted to a grand slam that's worth 4 extra runs.
Awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Now, guys, the chat is getting lit. I'm seeing all different types of stuff. So it looks like we're seeing Dawson's showing a heavy amount of love for VT. It looks like Bobsy says 1.4K brag bits. Those are what you guys earn just by watching. If you guys look at the little bubbles down to the lower right, those are the brag bits that you guys are earning. Seeing all types of love for Hokies Nation. Where's our Michigan fans, guys? Can we see some Michigan love in the chat? Somebody?
And as we say that, Freedom J, he's gonna get killed. He does get a run as he finishes up in that lobby. They're gonna be backing out into a new lobby right now, trying to get into a new game.
Now, I want to take the advantage of mentioning 2 things right now. So, for those of you who were not live with us a few moments ago when we started the stream for this match, we actually did a live brag on this show right now, and we said, who do you think will have the team with the lowest specific gamer, with the gamer with the lowest kills? So out of the 2 teams, Michigan and VT, which one of those teams will have the single gamer with the least amount of runs? If you haven't participated before, write your answer right now in the chat for a chance to win a gift card or some sort of a prize. If you think Virginia Tech will have the gamer with the least amount of runs, write Virginia Tech or VT. If you think it's going to be Michigan, write Michigan.
Yep, and we are giving that out before the end of this match.
Yep.
So it looks like right now Michigan going to be getting into this game first. They're picking out a spot to drop. And
so we do have one more gift card to give away, guys. We have 35 minutes left in this match. Anything can happen. As we've seen in 3 games today, we have 3 games scheduled for tomorrow. Anything can happen. Teams that were like the leaders yesterday, now defeated, going back to the drawing board, figuring out how they can improve to secure the win tomorrow. Our last team, Virginia Tech, by far I think the furthest spread yesterday, right, guys? It was our furthest spread of actual participants.
Yeah, by far, for sure.
So with that spread, I mean, I think that, if Michigan can pull it out today, anything's possible in this tournament. Anything is possible.
And Michigan going for their tried and true strat of landing on the roof of Superstore. Breaks the shields there, Blue Hailstorm, but can't get the finish. One of his teammates will be able to come in and clean that up. Meanwhile, Blue Hailstorm heading to the Gulag right now. His 2 teammates still alive on the roof of that Superstore, fighting it out for honor and glory. Meanwhile, Freedom J and Virginia Tech, they're about to be dropping into a new game. Another Michigan player gets sent to the Gulag. So they're going to have
Ryan,
2.
I don't know if you remember, but from the pre-qualifying round that we had on Thursday between Michigan and UVA, Michigan consistently kept dropping down to that like Superstore rooftop and get 2, 3, 4 kills, die, come back into a new lobby, 2, 3, 4 kills, die. And we said if they're gonna try and do that strategy again, we don't think it's gonna work against stronger teams.
Yeah, and their game against Virginia, Michigan did have 30 runs. However, they had no home runs, no grand slams, and in those pre-qualifying rounds, those teams also had a whole hour to play.
Big difference.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech, they scored 33 runs yesterday in only 45 minutes. So it's kind of evidence right there that even when Michigan was playing at their best, using this strategy, they could only max out at 30 runs over an hour. Didn't get any bonus runs, didn't get any grand slams or home runs. And Virginia Tech, they had a grand slam yesterday. That's 4 bonus runs that they didn't end up even needing, but that they're getting to wind that gap.
So Matt, let me ask you a question. So far in the tournament, which is your favorite team, if you have one?
I'm gonna say the Noles.
You can't say FSU. You can't say the Noles.
I am gonna say the Noles only because like a lot of people don't know this. So I talked to Lavelle yesterday, and he said, "Yeah, how do you feel about how the Noles played?" And I said, "Listen, man, like between us, I wasn't gonna say this on the stream, but I'm gonna say it now. If the Noles win this tournament, I bet Lavelle I would shave my head.
He did.
Wow.
I would shave my head. I'll do it live on stream. I will do it on Twitch in front of you guys, everyone watching at home. I will hold my word. I don't care. I believe in the Noles. I'm channeling the energy, bro. I'm putting it out there.
You heard it. If there's anyone from Florida State on now, you heard it.
That's the time about Florida State, boys. Bring it tomorrow.
Florida State wins.
That is
some
crazy.
I will do it, dude. I mean, honestly, I'm scared. I'm terrified of Freedom J. Now, Daniel, if you want to go halfsies on getting fingers broken, call me. After the match, we'll talk. I think FSU could stand a chance. I don't know. You know, I really hope. I don't want to put it. I didn't put it in my bracket. I actually put FSU at the exact opposite of my bracket, thinking counter logic from my performance last time.
I almost want to go against Freedom J just so I can watch that happen.
Oh my God!
I would love to see it go down, man. Now, this game's heating up too. VT and Michigan both kind of turning the noise up a little bit right now. They're both bringing, some more energy. Michigan back to the lobby, but we're seeing a lot of action. Who do you guys like? Who's your favorite team, Lavelle?
I mean, you guys want to have this So
oh my God! Just say it. Just say it, Lavelle.
Besides Virginia Tech, I actually like TCU. I like TCU because I actually started watching TCU in the pre-qualifier, and they just were like really surgical with their games. I just don't know if the TCU that lost, if they just had a bad game and they started off strong but then made a couple of mishaps, or if like they really are. But in their pre-qualifier, I was floored by their pre-qualifier.
Yeah, I know they looked really strong in the pre-qualifier. They had 46 runs there.
Yeah,
they had 47 runs today in 15 minutes less time.
Yeah, dude.
So I just don't know. But besides Virginia Tech, I think that nerves. Everyone's in a new game, new system. They haven't played our tournament before. I think now, by tomorrow, I think we're gonna see like who really comes to bat.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey Matt, can you go through what brag bits are for us?
Yeah, I actually just saw that in the chat myself. Somebody asked what brag bits are. So brag bits, if you guys look right below the chat, you're gonna see a little number. It's gonna be going up. You're gonna see a little blue box to the right of it. Every couple of minutes, just by watching, you can click that and get extra brag bits. But here's the coolest part. So as you guys, if you follow us, you earn brag bits. If you actually host our channel, if you're a Twitch streamer, if you're already streaming on Twitch, let's say right now you're watching us, obviously, so you're probably not live streaming. Host us. If you want to host our channel, that's 100 brag bits. Eventually, guys, that's going to actually be able to be something that you guys can use on our site to tie into the bigger picture. We just got into the Twitch scene. We're huge in traditional college sports, but we tried to fill a void of the college sports bubble into esports. So we're figuring out, we're going to actually ask our community members how to best tie that all into the natural Bragbucks ecosystem. Because we have, we always put the college fans, the college athletes first. But as we're figuring out how esports fits into that, we're going to figure out how brag bits not just fit into the channel, but more into the experience from downloading music, getting specific emotes on our channel that only heavy brag house users get access to. All different types of cool channel exclusive content for the people who show the most love. So as you guys are watching today, you're going to get brag bucks. You can spend them. I actually believe that the same guy who just asked about the brag bits was the same one who sponsored the Michigan message. So you know what brag bits are. You're using them already. Everyone else, you guys can use them too. If you want to show Hokie love, go ahead and use those brag bits. You can sponsor the message so it blasts in front of everybody in the chat.
Absolutely. And I just want to point something out real quick for you guys here. Freedom J for Virginia Tech, he's in another scenario in a new lobby where he's the only player alive for his squad, but he's still going after these bounties, trying to get as many kills as he can. It looks like they, as a team, have come to the decision that it's not worth wasting any time waiting in those lobbies and to only go when they have to. He's going to die right there. But in his Gulag match, too, I want to point out, as Michigan goes back to their home on the roof of Superstore, Freedom J, a phenomenal 1v1 player in the Gulags, very rarely ever loses. does a lot of really strong strategies such as pre-firing corners, jumping to make it harder for the other opponent to get headshots. As Michigan, they're having a tough time here. Can't seem to get their fingers on the trigger right now on this rooftop.
Cursed his thumbs, dude.
I guess. But
Better
Michigan,
for the nose, better for my hair. That's good.
Michigan, they're all going to be going to the gulag right here. You know, hopefully, this is an opportunity to get some 1v1 kills, maybe mimic Freedom J in a way. And wow, with an inch of life left, Michigan, they win their first gulag. Blue Hailstorm, he's going to be going in for them now. Pushing up the left side, he definitely has a strategy that he likes. Moves up just enough to get an eye on that corner. Flicks over to around the second stall and gets the headshot for the kill in that gulag. That's 2 kills now for Michigan in those gulags. Michigan really struggled in their gulag opportunities yesterday. This looks like a new team we're seeing right now. They're able to keep this game way closer than it was yesterday.
So it looks like the most up-to-date score that we have confirmed right now is 9-12, guys. We have 9-12. We have 27 minutes left. We're getting close to halfway through this match. We're almost to the end of day number 2 of this tournament. Guys, if you haven't already done your daily brag, there's still an opportunity to get in. I believe, guys, we still have a daily brag to give away, and then you guys still have a gift card that you're going to be announcing over the end of this stream, right? So we have one more gift card to give away. There's only 26 minutes left, guys, so it's going to be given away in the next 26 minutes, so be ready. Daniel's going to hype it up. We're going to give it away. All you have to do is clue into the chat and make sure you are somebody who types in what Daniel says in that 5-minute period.
You got to type it in.
Absolutely, you got to type it in the chat. If it's not in the chat, it didn't happen. You heard it here first. Yep. Now, guys, you can also do the daily brag. If you want the big bucks, if you want the big prizes, if you want to feel like a winner, even though you didn't get to fill out your bracket, that's the way to do it. Make sure you guys are doing those daily brags. Not only can you do one today before this match ends, but as long as you do one in the next 26 minutes, you can do one for tomorrow too. So you guys can double up pretty much for one day. I'm telling you guys how to cheat the system myself. Do it right now. Make sure you guys fill your brags out. Let's get this going. We have 25 minutes left, guys. Now, we have the gift card. So I don't know what we're going to be doing. I don't know when we're going to be giving it away. I don't know if you guys, which one of the Brag House members is going to pick the secret word for the next one. You guys let me know when that's dropped. But everyone stay tuned. We have 25 minutes left. Gift cards given away. Daily brags to be won. And of course, the champion to emerge, either Virginia Tech or Michigan, dictating if we have a game 3 tomorrow.
I think Ryan should give the word, and whenever he feels like he should give it.
I'll let you guys know. 20 minutes into this match now, Michigan back to the lobby, and Virginia Tech kind of stealing Michigan's strategy a little bit here. Beginning of the match, they're dropping onto the Superstore rooftop. So,
hey, it worked. It worked for them.
Yeah, I mean, it worked for Michigan. Maybe Virginia Tech can put a little spin on it, have it work better for them right now.
I mean, it is a tie right now at 12-12.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah.
So Michigan already a lot tougher showing today than they were yesterday. Virginia Tech probably a little bit behind, but than their pace from yesterday. But props to Michigan as well, being able to keep in it with such a high-powered team.
Yeah, the score's going to be updated any second now.
Yeah, right now it looks like our most up-to-date score is still going to be a low score, but albeit a tied score. Virginia Tech, Michigan, both 12-12, 24 minutes left on the board. It's getting hot, guys. We have a lot more action coming your way. We have a few more minutes before we're giving away gift cards, before we're having the daily brag. You cannot enter today's daily brag in 24 minutes, so make sure you guys get that done before the day is over.
And guys, just for everyone in chat listening right now, the secret word that you guys have to type into chat for the gift card to have a chance to win is Squirtle. So everyone type Squirtle into the chat. Give yourself a chance to win. I'll even type it out myself right now so you guys know how to spell it. But throw that into the chat. Get yourself a chance to win your gift card right now.
Oh.
You have 5 minutes. All
We got
right,
a
and
lot
so
of people typing it in the chat. Again, guys, it has to be in the chat. If it's not in the chat, it didn't happen. You guys need to be typing it. Again, Ryan, can you hold it up one more time?
oh, absolutely, Squirtle here. Type him into the chat. Get yourself a gift card.
I don't think I've ever seen a tournament. I love the fact that last time you guys used actual, like, I don't want to call them vintage, because I feel like that's going to make me seem both, like, old and ignorant at the same time. But, like, old. Like, I don't know where you guys found those Call of Duty discs. You guys used awesome, like, objects to convey your keywords last tournament. You guys are using cool stuff to convey the keywords this one. It's really cool that you guys kind of keep giveaways. Every time I watch your channel, every time I've co-hosted with you guys are always giving away really cool stuff for the fans. It's awesome. I like that.
Remember Daniel had the vintage Call of Duty CD?
Yeah, he had the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like the first one ever. I'm like, where'd you find that? In like pristine copy. Like, did you go buy that on eBay just for a giveaway? Well, I'm sure you had it.
I had it. I'm a long timer Call of Duty player. I've had it for years now. I haven't had a chance to play in a few years, but I've always been a big fan of Call of Duty.
Awesome.
You know what I'm really waiting for? I'm waiting for them to do what the Halo series did, where they kind of do the revisit, like where they go back.
Oh, the
to
remasters?
Yeah, like the remastered. Here's Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 1, I think, was the one where you had that iconic sniper mission. That was like super far away.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like I've seen memes where people are like, "If this didn't affect your childhood, like you didn't own Xbox." Like. I really feel like, that'd be a really cool remaster set there. I'd buy it. I'd play multiplayer.
Hey, I mean, you might have seen, like, they've already done the remaster for Modern Warfare, and the Modern Warfare 2 remaster, I believe, just came out. It might be exclusive right now for PlayStation, but that just came out. That was my favorite game of my childhood, Modern Warfare 2. I'm personally from DC, and a lot of the campaign in that game took place in DC, so it was a super, super cool experience for me.
Yeah, it's definitely good. It's definitely like one of my favorites as well. Now, Warzone is completely different. That being said, before we jump into Warzone, everyone watching, you guys know what Warzone is, so I won't waste your time. What I do want to call attention to is this game is definitely heating up. Right now, what we have is VT in the lead by 2, but one player's down. Michigan's on the roof. This is hype, boys. This is hype. We've got 21 minutes left, and right now it is a close game. Way closer than their game yesterday. Freedom J is bringing it. I think Michigan's just bringing it just as hard today. So
yeah, Michigan right now, they're in a really good spot. They're in the graveyard right now. They have some pretty good loot. And, obviously the full squad up. As I say that, one of their squad mates goes down from pretty far away, but Blue Hailstorm is going to be able to get that reply shot, and he's pushing up right now from underneath, trying to get a little flank going.
Easy kill from the air. Oh, I thought he was. Maybe not. He got downed instead. Didn't think that was going to happen.
Yeah. So Freedom J, he gets that finish there. Sees the rest of the squad on another rooftop across from him. He's playing it conservatively here. Meanwhile, Blue Hailstorm, their squad is going to go down, and that is another trip to the Gulag for them.
Guys,
They're doing well in their Gulag kills,
left.
but that's not going to be enough for them. They need to get some kills in these actual games if they're going to have a chance to keep up with Virginia Tech.
Guys, we have a winner for the gift card.
Do we?
Who's the winner for the gift card?
Ariola Grande 404.
Actually, you know what? No, you know what? He was in the last tournament. He
was in the last tournament, and he was one of the gamers what team was it? Dayton University.
Dayton, yep.
Wow, so all right, Ariola Grande. And not only that, but he's also a subscriber, which means he's going to get the value on that gift card double.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice. Nicely done.
Yeah,
You
so
know-
Ariola Grande, send us an email to events@thebraghouse.com, and we'll make sure we send you that gift card within the next day or two.
There we go. So not only did he win a gift card, but then he doubled it up just by being a sub member of the Bragg House on Twitch. That's
Yep.
what's up. My man knows how to do investments. He's doubling up his wins.
Amazon Prime, it's free subscription. Subscribe and get double whatever the gifts we're giving.
Yeah, guys, all you have to do, like literally, if you're an Amazon Prime customer, it takes like 2 seconds. I didn't really understand it too much, but these boys walked me through it. It takes less than like 2 minutes. You link up your Twitch to your Amazon. Boom, all of a sudden you're a subscriber. You get one Twitch follow, or one Twitch sub rather, for free per month. It's super simple. As we're live streaming, you're going to see a purple button. It's right down there. It's right down here. Go down there, click that button. easiest button click in the world, easiest way to show love and make sure that you're going to keep seeing awesome college esports tournaments brought to you by the Bragg House right here on Twitch.
Absolutely. And for those of you watching Michigan there, they're heading back to the lobby. All three of them went to the gulag, but they're only able to escape with 1 kill in there. So I believe that they get 4 runs to that lobby. It's not really going to do the trick right now, as Freedom J is keeping up the pressure heavily. Virginia Tech has their whole squad alive, 87 players left in that lobby. And they're in hot pursuit right now of an enemy squad.
So right now we have an updated score of 17-16. Virginia Tech leading 16 to Michigan.
Wow,
And
so
we're about to be
close
15
game.
minutes late. We're about
Close
17
game.
minutes left right now.
So Michigan obviously missing out on some valuable game time, being stuck in the lobby. Freedom J patrolling, has that heartbeat sensor out. They're pretty close to the edge of the circle, maybe hoping to catch some rotations coming in. Can't find any though. They're also right next to a buy station, and they have a ton of money between them. It'll be interesting to see if they decide to pick up any armor plate bundles, UAVs, things like that. And it looks like Freedom J plan has actually worked. He spots a squad of 3 on his heartbeat sensor. Takes some shots though, and one of his teammates is going to get finished. He'll be sent to the gulag. Freedom J loading up those armor plates, refreshing his health. And
17-16 is still the score, guys. So it's a close game. We only have 17 minutes left, so it's gonna be interesting to see what both of these teams do with the rest of time. Anybody want to change their predictions real quick while we're waiting and just kind of trying to see?
Hell no.
Well, all right. We'll
Freedom
see.
J
Just-
able to get one of the kills here, able to down the second of the squad. There's one more in that squad up, but now it's a 2v1 situation for Virginia Tech against these guys. They definitely have the advantage. Virginia Tech is Freedom J's teammate actually is gonna finish off the squad, and they're right next to a buy station, more than enough money to redeploy their teammate. A good showing there. I was a little worried for them at first because they were pretty spread out as a squad, and that's why their first teammate was able to get picked off so easily. But
So guys,
Virginia Tech able to bring it back,
guys,
and their teammate.
for the live brag we did, who do you think is currently the team that has the gamer with the least amount of kills, the least amount of
Michigan.
runs?
I'm still gonna say Michigan, man. I'm gonna keep my bet on Michigan. That's
I mean, it's
so
so close though, but
So actually, it's currently Virginia Tech.
Wow.
Virginia Tech currently has the gamer with the least amount of kills.
Okay, so Ryan, you said Virginia Tech. Daniel, you said
Virginia Tech
Virginia
too.
Tech. All right, Lavelle, you said.
I think I said Michigan.
All right, I said Michigan too. All right, so we'll lose together. That's fine. I'm about myself.
Hey, still 15 minutes
Yeah,
left.
15 minutes left, and it's
Yep.
such a close game. We have 1 point spread. This is our closest. Now, this is still kind of the opposite of yesterday, everybody, because right now, all teams that lost yesterday not only showed out, but dominated a majority of the game today.
Yep.
So we have 3 tiebreakers tomorrow to see who
Yep.
goes home with the series. But this game, our biggest spread yesterday, is now our closest, and has remained our closest spread throughout the entire match. We're
Yeah.
at 15
That's
minutes
a great
left,
point.
2/3 of the way through, and we've been about a point to a point, maybe 2 points max, I think, spread.
And we've
in the
already
entire match.
we've already had one game go into extra innings today as Michigan back to their homeland on the rooftop of Superstore. Freedom J doing his trademarked technique. He's in a truck right now, going after some bounties. So like he's gonna hop out. Just disappointing for the viewers, but they're picking up a contract bounty right here.
Now, I don't know if you guys are noticing, but Virginia Tech is slowly creeping into the home run.
You're right, they are only 24 deaths away. Meanwhile, Michigan looks like they finally turned their luck on the rooftop of Superstore. They're all alive right now. They had one man go down. They were able to revive him. They've claimed the rooftop of Superstore, and now it's up to them to make their way downstairs and weed out the remaining squads.
Now, I think right now, guys, the updated score after getting all the kills confirmed, Virginia Tech leading 20-16. 14 minutes left on the board. This is officially the biggest spread. With a couple kills that they made a few minutes ago, we had to rewind it back, have the team in the back, confirm kill by kill. Now, right now, we're seeing Michigan go after a helicopter. They're still playing this roof. They could very, very easily catch this game up just by dropping that helicopter if it's full
Yep.
of the entire team.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Freedom J, his squad is getting wiped out as they're approaching this contract. Unfortunately, they're coming from the low ground, so they have a tough uphill battle, quite literally, ahead of them. Their truck out of commission, got blown up. So that might be what happened to them.
Is
But,
Freedom J on the run?
No,
Or is
he's just trying to make his way up the hills. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, for some reason, you're not allowed to go up rocks. But Freedom J, he catches one of the enemy squad outside.
Dropped him fast too.
I don't know if he dropped him, but he did crack his shields.
My bad. I just meant like dropped him. So yeah, he went from blue shields to white shields. Really,
Oh,
fast.
wow.
Double kill.
Gets a double kill there. There's still one member of their squad
One
up.
more team.
On Freedom J, not able to escape him, but you know, a good showing, and he'll be heading to the Gulag. So still an opportunity to get into home run territory for him here. They'll have to win this Gulag match, so that'll be pivotal. Meanwhile, Michigan still on the roof of Superstore, but they are getting absolutely rained down upon. They're all going to be heading to the Gulag as well. So Freedom J right now in the Gulag. 1 round until he fights. Meanwhile, Michigan also on the Gulag. Oh, and here we go, Freedom J. Awesome. So Freedom J, as aggressive as always.
Score. Let's see real quick. Let's just get it confirmed. 22 Virginia Tech to 17 Michigan. Up to date. Final score. We have 12 minutes left.
Wow.
Still a super close game. Fast Gulag though. Fast
Freedom J
Gulag.
for a really strange.
Not charismatic. No,
Yeah.
not characteristic of him. Yeah.
Yeah, he just whiffed all of his shots. Meanwhile, Michigan is they're winning their Gulags right now. They're definitely tightening up the score. Michigan has won both of their Gulags so far with 1 to go, so that'll be 3 kills for them there. Still pretty early game too, so it'll be interesting to see if they decide to just stay in it, or if they're
Guys-
gonna do as they have been and back out.
Real quick, in the last 10 minutes, we're going to be doing one more Bragg House giveaway. We have a Bragg House sticker, which is available in our merch store, but we're going to send out a sticker pack to some fan out there. What you guys have to do, just type in the chat, what do you think the final score is going to be? Just type in how many points you think Virginia Tech will have, or how many points Michigan will have. You just have to put what team you're going to think is winning. Just put VT, and then put the number of points. The person that's closest is going to get a Bragg House sticker pack mailed out.
Just the final score, whatever you think the final score is.
Oh man, right now it's too close for me to call, and there's still a lot of time left as well. It'd be tough to predict. 11 minutes, a lot can happen. You've seen a lot bigger leads than this overcome in the past, in the last like 4 minutes. So we'll see if Michigan's able to close this gap and take advantage of this time where Virginia Tech is still in the lobby. Oh, Michigan under fire right now, kind of pinned down a little bit behind this fence. Blue Hailstorm trapped. He's going to need to try and find a way into this house and get some cover. So they're getting shot at from the top of this mountain across from them. He's retreating back behind the house. Going to break in through the window here. Meanwhile, Freedom J and the rest of Virginia Tech, they just got into their warm-up lobby. So Michigan, not a lot of really good guns right now. They have a gray LMG. And it looks like an AR between them. And it looks like they might just be retreating here. Still pretty far from home run territory.
10
Unfortunately.
minutes left now, guys. We are at 9 minutes, 55 seconds. So we are under the 10-minute mark. Less than a quarter of the match to go. And it is
We
a
are
super
only
close game.
and it's only 1 runaway difference. 22 to 21 to Virginia Tech.
Wow, all right. So Michigan, they're in a tough spot right now. Don't have a lot of armor, don't have a lot of guns. They're on the run with this ATV, and they're being hunted by a bounty contract. But we'll see if they're able to take advantage of this little time gap they have between them and
Jumping
Virginia
into
Tech.
a fresh match. Virginia Tech
Look at
is
Amelia.
strong.
He said, whose mascot is a turkey?
Fair play.
I said, hey, don't knock mascots. I knocked a toad this morning and then watched a toad come out swinging. So,
Guys,
knock
leave
the
the
mascot.
horned frogs alone.
Uh-oh, Michigan in a tough spot here.
but who would win? All right, next time we'll do a brag of who's going to win between horned frogs and turkeys in a fist fight. And Amelia can ref since she is the fisticuffs expert of the chat.
Yeah.
She can ref. All right, so we have 8 minutes, 40 seconds left, 22-21. It is a super close game. Looks like we got some Michigan strategizing going on. They're talking about strategy, what to do once they hit the ground.
I mean,
They're saying let's leave, let's start over. They know they
what
have
is a
ambulance left.
Wolverine though?
Oh well, Lavelle, if you'll
What an
just
aggressive
refer
wolf.
to the chat.
Freaking Wolfman.
All right, so Virginia Tech, they're up on the roof of Superstore right now. Freedom J, hungry for these
This
kills.
is-
He's gonna get it down right now, and the
Dude, this is
elimination as
Virginia's
well.
time. This is Virginia's time to shine if they really want to secure that win in the next round and skip that tiebreaker tomorrow.
Yeah, they have a good opportunity here to widen the gap. Freedom J is on an
Freedom
absolute
J.
warpath right now too. Not taking any prisoners. Starting to get low.
And he's
in
playing
power.
smart too. He's playing like back angles, kind of rotating, pivoting back and forth, kind of like sticking to his spot that he's kind of claimed.
Yeah, absolutely. His teammates too are right there with him, offering him that support.
You know, someone asked in the chat, is VT not gotten any homers or grand slams?
Yeah, so right now, Virginia Tech, they were close to a home run in their last lobby, but unfortunately, Freedom J died before they could achieve it. Michigan, not even come close to a home run or grand slam. This might be our first match of the tournament, I believe, where neither team gets a home run or a grand slam.
Maybe of round 2.
Yeah, yesterday I believe we had one that didn't get either, right? It was the UCLA Cal game yesterday. I think we didn't have.
No, UCLA had a grand slam yesterday.
Okay, my apologies.
Yeah, I'm looking through right now, and every match so far, at least one team has gotten a home run or a grand slam.
Ohio State did not on their first round.
Yeah, but
And
no,
neither did-
Ohio State had one home run. Michigan State didn't have any. Right?
Ohio,
Oh, I'm looking.
Ohio
Oh,
State-
yeah, you're right. Ohio State had none, but Michigan State did have one.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. Let me clarify that. I mean, where neither team in the game gets a home run.
Did somebody from LSU in
Oh,
the chat?
okay.
Do we have a honey badger in the chat?
Oh yeah, I'll take the honey badger all day.
Oh, please.
Unstop. Are you kidding me, Lavelle? Have you ever seen that video of the honey badger?
When did you become an SEC fan?
What? Is it? Wait. Is the
Wait,
honey?
we're talking about colleges? I thought we were just about animal fights in the
I
wild.
thought we were too.
I mean, that's LSU, dude.
When have you seen a honey badger fight a
LSU
Wolverine in
aren't
the
the
wild?
honey badgers?
Yeah, the
Oh, Tyron Matthew, you mean?
Tyron Matthews, dude.
Oh, yeah, he's one honey badger on a team
That's
of tigers.
good enough.
All right, so Freedom J here for Virginia Tech. He's got his squad in a truck, and they're going to be going after their bounty target here. He's hopping out, but little does
Yeah, I
he
know.
that
Thanks.
his bounty is in a truck as well. I think he's seen an enemy pop up on his radar, so he's foregoing the bounty for now to try and get the kill. And he lays in wait, waits for his enemy to come to him, just like a honey badger, and he is able to get that kill. Meanwhile, his bounty team is his bounty contract. They're coming back towards him right now on an ATV, so pretty out in the open. Freedom J going for the kill, but takes a ton of damage. He'll finally get knocked down. He has two teammates a little bit away from him, but still well within range of being able to give him some support here. Oh, they're on the rooftop.
VT
So
right now
Freedom
is
J
up
gets finished.
25-21.
Meanwhile,
So Michigan's
Michigan,
gotta get it.
Michigan's back in the game, and they're back on their rooftop.
Favorite spot.
Favorite spot. They got good guns right now too. So let's see if they're able to get some kills here before they escape.
So our final
That's a
tally count as of right
headshot.
now, latest verified score 26-21, VT's favor. Less than 5 minutes to go, guys. We got 4 minutes, 26 seconds left on the clock. Our final game of the day. What is VT gonna do? VT could be the first team today to go home with a guaranteed win, guaranteed progress into the next stage. They could also be the last team to play tomorrow to decide who moves forward. The next 4 minutes is going to decide that for them.
For
And
sure.
of course, what Freedom J does. Not a good start, getting dropped. Looks like they're
So
spectated.
guys, Freedom J already passed the number of runs he had yesterday. He had 17 in total, and he's already on 20 with 3 minutes to spare.
Wow.
Oh,
Freedom
so they
J
are
actually.
jumping
Freedom
back
J
into the
had
lobby.
Freedom J had 19 yesterday. With the only person having more being a cup of apple juice, obviously from Florida State, who had 20.
There we go.
Today, Freedom J, as you said, really packing on the runs here.
Now we got 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. It really is about to come down to Michigan, guys. Like, it's all on them now. Can they pull it up? They have to be able to do this in the next 3 minutes, 19 seconds to make it happen and move forward to play tomorrow. If they don't, we'll definitely be seeing VT progress forward. 3 minutes is a lot of time in this tournament, as you guys have already seen. A lot of stuff can happen, including tie-breaking games.
It's a lot of time. Plus, it's a lot of time. Plus, Michigan is in a pretty good position right now. I say that, and two of their players go down, but
curse them.
I did curse them. So they're all going to be going to the gulag, which is in itself an opportunity for 3 kills. With 3 minutes left, if they don't win this gulag here, they might be done.
And we actually saw that used as a strategy. I think our wisest, game sense, especially as a fellow player, Ryan, I'm sure you'll agree. Cal today came out hard with probably the best game sense I've seen of the entire tournament, using both, the drops, the delayed parachute, and finally the gulag to secure extra kills quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. For those of you guys that missed it, California and UCLA in another really tight match going into the final minutes. California only had 1 player alive, up by a few runs, but he noticed that he was only 6 kills away from getting a home run, 6 kills in the lobby. So what he did was he won his gulag match, then spent the next minute and a half floating down by parachute, just delaying time until he hit that home run territory, and then quickly backed out and got those 2 bonus runs. Then what he did was California entered a new game and just quickly went and killed themselves so they could enter the gulag and have a guaranteed opportunity, some 1v1 kills to kind of stretch that lead over UCLA.
Real quick, guys, we have a minute, 40 seconds left. We have 24-29. VT is in the menu. Michigan has 1 player left in the game, still going, I believe. Pushing to see if anything can happen. They need 5 kills to happen in a minute and 30.
Oh, and Virginia Tech. Did Virginia Tech get a home run there? I
don't
didn't think they were.
No, they got dropped way too early.
I don't think they were that close.
No,
We'll
I think
confirm that with the team in the back. Just make sure.
Game over. I think it's game over. I think for
Both
sure.
teams officially
Safe.
out.
Yeah, so Virginia Tech and Michigan, they're both down and in the lobby. They're not going to have enough time to get back into a game. So with just a minute remaining, both teams in the lobby.
I was right.
Virginia Tech 29, Michigan 24. A way better showing today from Michigan. Unfortunately, still not enough to overcome Freedom J and the rest of Virginia Tech.
Now here's the real question. We had a brag. Who won the brag, Daniel? What team had the lowest scoring single player?
So Michigan.
It's actually Virginia Tech.
Boom.
Virginia Tech,
There we go.
Shanderson only with 2 kills. Yeah.
There we go. Calling it for my Knowles then. The energy has shifted. I'm calling predictions correct now.
I just want you to shave your head.
We'll see, man. Hey, listen, I hope the Knowles win. I hope I have to, bro. Like, FSU, if you're watching this, like, you have some responsibility, bro. I love my hair, so you better win. Like, make me love doing it.
Yeah. All right, so congratulations to Virginia Tech. Our only team of the day that doesn't have to go to a Game 3. They clinched the series 2-0. Definitely tune in tomorrow to watch our tie-breaking games. Our 3rd round games is going to be leading off Ohio State versus Michigan. Ohio State winning today after losing to Michigan that first day. After that, we're going to have Florida State versus TCU. TCU getting having a tough time yesterday. They got off to a hot start, 10-0, ended up losing 30-28. Came back with a vengeance today with the highest points total of a single game so far in this entire tournament, 47 runs against FSU's 23. And then finally, my pick for the most exciting game and 2 best teams of the tournament, UCLA versus California. UCLA won game 1 in a very, very close match. That was 39-36 UCLA. Today, California won with the 2nd highest point total of any team so far, 41 points, 41 runs. Only the 2nd team in the tournament other than TCU to break that 40-run barrier. They just sneak by UCLA 41-37. So we're going to have 3 really great games, 3 really great game 3s. Going to finish up the series and figure out who's going to be going on to the 2nd weekend. in the semifinals.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that Virginia Tech deserved that win. They earned it fair and square. They played strong in both matches, in both rounds. They earned it like rest.
Yeah, and hey, being the unofficial #1 seed for having won the March Madness bracket, it does seem fair. It did seem to have the easiest matchup of that first round.
Absolutely.
But you know, if I were Lavelle, I'd be kind of scared for Virginia Tech. Only 29 runs in this game. They only had 33 in the game before. California and UCLA, one of the two teams that Virginia Tech will be facing in the next round, outscored them in every single game.
Yeah, no, they're ballers. I mean,
And
they
guys,
they show out the ball out.
Before we leave, we have a winner for the gift card.
Yes.
For the last gift card or prize, we haven't determined what it will be specifically, but for the person who knew that Virginia Tech will have the gamer with the least amount of kills is Amelia Turk. Amelia TURC. So please send us an email to events@thebraghouse.com and we'll make sure that we'll get in contact with you to give you your prize.
Amelia, the Michigan fan, betting
Michigan,
against
the
her
Michigan
own
with the
team.
throwing hands and then bets against her own team.
Well,
man.
technically speaking, guys, it's not. It's in favor of her team because she's saying that Virginia Tech would have had the gamer with the least amount of kills.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Technically.
That's what you're saying.
Oh, I thought this was for the final score thing. Okay.
Nobody put a final score in there.
No, we had some, but they weren't very close.
So guys, maybe what we'll do is we'll give away some stickers tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We have more action for you. We have 3 games for you tomorrow afternoon. Some tiebreakers will be decided. Way more action. Boys, do you guys have anything else you guys want to say to the stream before we go ahead and cut it for the day?
Oh man, all I'm gonna say is that I fully believe the winner of the California UCLA match will be the one to go on and win the tournament.
Whoa.
I'm super excited for that match tomorrow. I think that is the game to watch.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm ecstatic for all the matches we've seen today, and I'm beyond excited to see the 3 tiebreakers tomorrow. I think they're going to be really strong matches that you don't want to miss, especially if you belong to that school. You want to be there. You want to watch. You want to be in chat and support your team and show who is playing home.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll echo Daniel and just said that, you know, Bragg House is all about college pride, college community, and, you know, everyone. We saw all that today, you know, competitiveness, and that was shown on the highest level today. So couldn't be more proud and more excited.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us once again. This is the Bragg House College World Series Esports Edition. Now, if you guys haven't already filled out your brag, there's a daily brag for tomorrow. We will announce who won the daily brag for today. Guys, we are bringing you more action tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. We will be live on Bragg House TV. Make sure you guys get those brags filled out. We're going to be doing more live brags tomorrow with the chat. Really love the idea of that, so we're going to keep that going. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Thanks for tuning in. Do not forget to hit that follow. Do not forget to hit your brags. Lavelle, Daniel, Ryan, thank you so much for having me. Day 2 of the action did not disappoint. We got some tiebreakers tomorrow. I am super stoked. I'm ready to watch the Knowles win. Let's do this.
I'm ready for you to shave your head, Matt.
Absolutely. I'm sure half the fans are too. But guys, let's see if it happens, man. I think the Knowles can do it. I know we see a lot of fans from VT, a lot of different places. So bring that noise tomorrow, guys. Cheer your team on, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Peace.